Hello everyone! Risk of Rain has returned, Starstorm has returned, Big Multiplayer Lobbies has returned, and unfortunately with that, I have returned. Hello, I hope everyone's doing well. Please let me know if you can hear me. I've been tweaking around with the audio settings a bit because I have to deal with the laser turbine that is my PC fan. Excuse me. So let me know if I am... Oh, you can hear me? Okay, it's excellent. Alright, welcome, Nani the Gold, Death by Noob, Azuline, Let's Get This Mine, KKSH21, Alo, Arlwis, Tango Knight, naturally, Caminos, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Abra Escaped, Smooth Turtle, and Forced Reassembly, and Malachite Lemurian, that's a great name. And Onyx, welcome, UI Motoral? I pushed my PC where I have my chat really far away so that you can't hear the fan. Winslow, welcome, wow, the Winslow. Fat Cat, Cool Gamer, Let's Get This Mine. Wait, no, I think I already said hello to you. Alright, now, wow, there's a lot more people here. Okay, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. What I will say is that everyone who wants to join, make sure that you have gone to settings, I'm gonna show you, here in mods, and you see this enable unfinished content. You kind of have to enable it, restart the game, go back to this menu, disable it, and then restart the game again. At least that's how it worked for me. A way to check if you're on the same version and everything is working fine is to go to single player and check if you only have 4 characters here. If there's a 5th character like next to Nemesis Mercenary, something is wrong, double check. If you try to join, there might be some issues and all that. So hopefully that's going to work. With that, I'm going to be opening the first lobby, and I want one round on Typhoon artifactless, just to kind of see how that's going to go. Make sure I put it to public. I'm just gonna type in case someone else opens a lobby in the meantime. God damn it, config. There we go. And no Robomando. Sorry. Maybe another time. Okay, server should be up. Everyone is free to join. I have dilly-dallied long enough already. Let's see if this is working. I did put it on public. Oh. Sorry, I forgot to increase player limit. False start. Thanks, Turtle. I am an absolute buffoon. I am such a big buffoon that I am constantly flummoxed. Okay, now things should be working. Hey, people are joining. Alright. Asset. Oh no, Always. Oh, are you having problem? Oh, I hope things are working. I'm sure you can figure it out, Arluis. It's always fun. Oh my goodness gracious. 16 people already. Wow. That's that's a lot. Wait, let me just double check. Audio's gonna cut out for a moment. I'm version 0.18, Turtle. That should be the latest version. Someone already read it up. Oh god, there's a minute. Well, anyway, and also PSA, this is a mod. It might be a little bit unstable. We don't know how well this is going to go. Bear with us. Hopefully this goes well. Yeah, version 1.18, that's correct, Turtle. Okay, now I did open this to try to test, just to test to see how everything works. I always do a little bit of warm-up run before this, and I did see a little thing that the developers of Starstorm Returns added, which I will, you know, humbled me quite a bit. I'm not going to ready up, I want to give everyone a little bit more time to join. D Winslow. Well, you know, you made one of, you are like responsible for a lot of the art in this game, unless I'm mistaken. Right, you're like one of the main artists for the mod, and the art in this mod is absolutely impeccable. I'm going to be playing Mule. For those of you watching and not playing, he is my favorite character of everyone I've played in Starstorm Returns so far. He feels absolutely great. Art and sounds. Yeah, they collabed on the music, at least on the Verdant... all stage. Wow, yeah, well, kudos to you. Those stages look incredible. Mule is excellent. He is my favorite. And absolutely... He fits so well, I feel, into like the original Risk of Rain. 17 players. How many people are watching? 22. Well... Yeah, oh, there's a few artist wins, I see. Yeah, I'm a little bit... Oh, it's not letting you join, Tango? Ah. You coded Mule and Nemesis Mercenary? Well, hats off to you, Azoline. 18 players. Executioner is the best. Everyone is very well... you know, there's everything is something to like about everyone, except Technician, of course. Rest in peace. Oh yeah, by the way, we'll be playing on Typhoon. Extra difficulty, we'll see how this goes. 19. You're gonna have to make a whole new profile for this? Ah, so if they hear that Always. Listen, we'll give you like 50 seconds, and you know, if this doesn't work, you might be able to join the next one. I'm planning to do about 3 games, maybe 4, if one of them gets cut short. I'm trying to read both. And a Dream, Barbecue Sweat. I'm trying to read both chats, so I'm kind of like going cross-eyed, reading both angles, because there's some people who might just be watching this and aren't actually going to join. But yeah, also Turtle, I haven't played the original Starstorm in quite a bit myself. I've played right before the Pyro rework, I want to say, was the last time. Nemesis Hunt. Yeah, all the Nemesis characters are pretty beloved. That's like their big thing. If you're not, I mean, arguably in the modding scene, the most iconic character is probably, you know, Nemesis, Commando, and then I guess like, I don't know, Goku or something like that. You know, mods, they can be like that. It'll take like 1 minute to do triple restart done. Well, we have 19 players, so we have already like beaten the record. Oh my god, 20 players. New chef that looks so... Yeah, the Starstorm Discord recently teased the new chef sprites, and they look absolutely incredible. Very like dirty and ragged. I almost like it a little bit more than the original chef, because it fits the kind of like grungy Risk of Rain style. Brand new profile and the like, Asali doesn't match. What the hell did everyone do? I just happen not... I wish I could help always. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Listen, we'll start the game right now, and maybe you'll be able to join the next one, or, you know, we'll all die and you'll join it quicker. Really sorry, I wish I could help, but there's like 20 people in here. Alright, everyone ready up. Let's see how well this works, and, you know, everyone make a silent prayer to the deities and the black magic that is responsible for programming mods and video games in general. Let's hope everything works. The lag is going to be amazing. It's gonna be fun. We got the number 20 joining right in time. An interesting spread of survivors, a little bit of everything. Though I do respect those people who are playing the vanilla survivors. You know, they see all these modded survivors and they go, you know what? Acrid. Yeah. 21? Oh my god, Knight joined the game! Hey everyone, there's Knight, the real Knight from Starstorm. Oh my goodness me. I think people are just gonna like keep joining, and we're never going to be able to ready up. But everyone, please do ready up if you can. Hi, Nanny the Go. Wait, did I say hello to you before? Anyways, hello again. You can have another hello. Yeah. Try restarting your computer always. That's the only help I guess I can give. Alright, player 3 and player 20. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, Nemesis Commando is like the biggest favorite of everyone. He's also very strong in this mod. I think he is... I guess he or Nemesis Mercenary? I'm not sure which one of them I would say are the strongest. Alright, okay, well, we have just player 3. I guess maybe someone is not ready up to wait for them. But we're almost there. It's like, you know, teasing us. The timer, it just keeps resetting. Check if you have your debug menu open. See, I don't know if people are talking to me or like someone else in the game chat. But just saw it log into the game. All right. I mean, we have, you know, there's 20. There's 22. What is the void about? No clue. Unless if you're talking about like, the mod contest in. Oh wait. Something's going on, the timer is freaking out. Oh my god. If you're talking about like the R2 Mod Manager mod contest, I don't know much about that. Wait, people are typing something. Tango is in. I repeat, we have the Tango. Tango Bravo Foxtrot. 23. Come on, keep going, maybe we can break the record. Never mind, we lost one game, please. Oh my, this was much more than we had last time. Oh, the game is afraid, alright? Wait, everyone's ready? Ah, god damn it! One more giant. Ah! Everyone, ready up again, it reset. Oh, goodness me. Anyone ever played like Lemmings from the like by Blizzard back to when called like Silicon Enterprise or whatever. Feels like that, just trying to make everything work. You know, Petrichor won't know what hit it, alright? When like 25 people come out of that escape pod, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be hell. I cooked a radioactive crocodile for this skin. What, you live in Florida or something? Hey, easy joke, I'll be here all week. How long can it be delayed? Find out of the Denizu Starstorm RETURNS lobby. Listen, we are setting a new record for the longest consecutive lobby in Risk of Rain Returns history. Alright. You don't know this, I have a timer on the other side of the screen. Providence staring at it. Providence staring at the 21 drugged up crackheads that completely decimated the planet. Yeah, you know, at this point I would just, you know, retreat back, save the worms. Like, you had to be cruel sending 2 gilded worms that you love so much against a small army like this. Providence gonna get jumped if you survive long enough to meet him. Yeah, I mean, maybe we won't live. I stressed for 2 weeks or during this entire I'm getting bullshit like 3 random emergency things, a mod version update around toggle set. I'm so sorry, Alvis, that I know it's genuinely it's kind of upsetting, and I'm really sorry about that. Wish I, you know, had a magic wand and could just, you know, boop and fix everything. But please. Wait, are we joining? Is it going? Oh my god, we're in the game! We're in the game! Holy hell, alright. Everyone, activate all Shrine of the Mountains. By the way, full anarchy mode, right? We are not going to, we're not going to try to organize them. Look at all the interactables! Oh! Now, some of you might see that I have this very cool little, oh my goodness gracious. Well, that was easy. I'm gonna turn down the game volume a tiny smidge. There we go. Now, some of you might see that I have, oh, that was too loud. Jesus Christ! Oh my god. Sorry, I gotta turn down the game volume on my end. It's, oh my god, the noise! Sorry that I'm messing with audio, it's never fun. But yeah, there's this little crown on my, above me. And this is, if you can believe it, this is the crown of Denizu. They actually added a little item just for me. I'm honestly flabbergasted. Like, genuinely, it's so... It's kinda... Like, you know, it doesn't feel like I deserve it, honestly, but I really appreciate it. Also, forgive the lag. How do you disable chat? You have to go into the options. So, whoever's idea it was to add this crown, thank you. It was very, very considerate of you. You know, it was absolutely... I was shocked, honestly. I was completely taken aback. I had to, like, take a 5-minute break just making sure I wasn't, like, I was processing it correctly. Sorry for everyone who couldn't join. We'll host more lobbies. Hopefully it'll work out. Yeah, oh, you didn't? Well, you'll have another lobby to join, Frontline Ringer? Also, pardon the gameplay, I was messing up with settings and whatnot. Okay, well, first stage went pretty well. And whoever's picked Loader with, like, the supportive pylon, clever. Definitely gonna help. It's stable, it's laggy as hell, but it is stable. Oh god. Hey, whoever is looting money, stop doing that. You're delaying the teleport. The Imp Shrines are in... Wait, do the Imp Shrines scale off the amount of players in the lobby? 10 billion imps. Okay, well... okay, something keeps, like, giving us money, which is giving us more XP. Oh, is it the imps? Wait, I gotta see this. Is it, like... is it just... people, like, keep killing, like, imps that are sprawling out of an imp shrine? Yeah, thank you, Tango, for doing like the debugging. Okay, are we done? Have we killed the imps? Are we stuck? Is this purgatory? I think this is it. This is the whole game, everyone. Oh, wait. Hey, and everyone, welcome to one of the new stages, sprited by Winslow, speaking of which. And everyone, enjoy this amazing music that is in this mod. One of my favorite parts of it, to be honest. Oh. Absolutely. Like, it's not like... see, it's not like Risk of Rain 1 style music. It's something almost... like, it has its own identity, and I'm glad it fits the tone and the like setting and kind of mood of Risk of Rain like perfectly, but it has its own identity. It's like genuinely, I think, better than trying to like imitate Christodoulou, because I don't think you can ever imitate what Christodoulou did for the first game. I think if you asked him to make like a Risk of Rain 1 sounding soundtrack, he wouldn't be able to, because it was just such a special kind of soundtrack, and it was such a special place in his life when he made it. So I really like this unique sound. It's really, really great. So my favorite is definitely like the verdant, the forest track, the verdant marshes. Sorry, I'm bad with names, always have been. Oh, someone almost died. Surprisingly, well, actually Winslow died. Sorry to hit. Well, you'll be back next stage. Goodness me. Yeah, I'm not even gonna... yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. Oh, glowing meteorite already? Okay, who is the Arbiter of Chaos? Who... who has doomed us all? Oh my god, everyone died. Barely got into... But, you know, we got into stage 2 before glowing meteorite messed us up. Amazing. I think that glowing meteorite killed more, like, survivors than actual, like, inhabitants of the planet. Oh, your game crashed? RIP. Woodland, not forest. Yeah, Verdant Wood... I've been listening to the Verdant Woodlands, like, song on loop for 4 days now. It's like, it's been the soundtrack for just, you know, everything, and it's been really like helping me like audio edit and write and all of the creative things. So yeah, absolutely loving it. It's such an ambitious mod, custom stages, custom music, custom items, everything. Oh yeah, by the way, if anyone, if you could like, oh god, someone activated glowing meteorite, run, everyone, on your feet, on your feet. If you get crashes, please go to the Discord and report it. Maybe they'll be able to help you. I'm not sure how... I think the team is going to be trying to, like, do customer support or tech support right now while they're playing, but I'm sure they'll still try to help you, or it will just be useful to prevent this happening, you know, the next time we try to do this. So yeah, go to the Discord and report, you know, send the crash logs, explain, you know, what happened before the crash. You have to make more stages. I mean, your 3 stages are quite enough. Hey! Speaking of new stages... I took the watch. Get screwed. Welcome to the Torrid Marshlands. That's the stages that you all saw in the intro. Which definitely has my favorite background. It was my... I love this stage in the original, and it looks even better, as any return stage does. Looks even better than the ones in the original. Always loved the environment of Risk of Rain. You know, if it wasn't such like messy chaos, then I would love to like go sightseeing or hiking here. By the way, there's also a new enemy here. I think I just called them like the clay pugilists. I'm not sure what is their like formal name. But don't get hit by... yeah, as was demonstrated here, don't get hit by these jerks. They do a lot of damage. Meteorites, everyone watch out. Stopwatch should give everyone a little bit, you know, time to relax. as I wait for the geyser to return. Well, asking someone to not use glowing meteorite in a multiplayer lobby is... it's not gonna work. Admonitors, that's a good name. That's a very, like, Risk of Rain name. You sprited that one, Tango? Excellent. I prefer them over, like, the clay Templars. Is that where they're called in too? Like the machine gun Juggernauts? I think the Admonitors just look so much cooler. They're just such an inspired, very, like, naturalistic design. To me, the clay Templars always fit kind of wacky. You know, like, why the hell do they have, like, a Gatling gun? Oh, we have 2 people with unstable stopwatch? Or was that, like, Timekeeper's secret procking? Can even people manage in the lobby say what the screen stuff is set for them? I wish I could help you all, but I kinda have to stream. But if someone else could help, if someone dies, you can go to and he's in the Starstorm Discord, maybe you can help Arl try to join. Because I really want you to join, Arl. You really, like, set aside a lot of time for this. I remember you mentioning that. And Apothecaries. I haven't seen Apothecaries. I haven't played any of the Risk of Rain 2 DLCs. I am very unfamiliar with them, except some of the characters and, like, aesthetic things. By the way, sorry for not having the most exciting gameplay. I'm just looking around for action. But everything just keeps dying before I can, you know, do my part. Oh my god, it's it's an arms race drone just flying by itself. Oh, okay, really? Really? A funny man activating the glowing meteorite now? Okay, there we go. Hey, wow. Perfect, everyone, you get to experience all the new stages. Here's my favorite one. And I am going to be quiet for a little bit just to enjoy the music, so forgive me. Has that wonderful slow build up. That kind of moment, like, that gives you time to just appreciate the environments, and then it hits. The beauty, that sense of awe. Oh fuck, nah! Goddamn unstable stopwatch. Pausing the music. Oh, glowing meteorites. Be on your guard. And then, god, it's so alien and wonderful. Like, this is one of the first things in ages, this stage, that I, like, would want to visit in real life. I just love this environment, those massive trees that are so big, they're almost, like, not comical, just, you can't, like, grasp them. Oh, and then, this is Tropic of Cancer, I believe. Starts and ruins the fucking mood. But yeah, this stage I think is prettier than any stage in Risk of Rain or Risk of Rain Returns. Hey, Gups! Gups are here. And we're fighting the Gups with 3 frames a second. Well, Blighted Gups are no more. Oh my... Jesus. You know, I thought that was, like, being dangerous when I was using glowing meteorite last stream. No. No! Someone is really messing with... oh god. Someone is really having fun. Hey! We can actually sync our our stopwatches. Synchronize your stopwatches, folks. We're just gonna keep playing timeout. There's a meteor equip shop. Oh my... Wow, yeah, the game really doesn't want us to succeed. Providence sabotaged us quite hard this time. How's the item discrepancy? Yeah, some people have 1 item, some have 0. Knight has 0, no, 1 green. Yeah, item balance is not particularly going too well here. Yeah, it's a shame we've gotten the big... Yeah, they do always, I agree. I hope to see one of those, like, Redwood Forest in real life one day. That would be very nice. God, ow. Thank god I'm playing Mule. I can just heal through the glowing meteorite damage. God, goodness me. The most strong enemy is the one with the The strongest enemy in this game is glowing meteorite. You know, who needs friends with allies like, and who needs enemies with allies like this? God damn it, botched the joke. It was strange to try out this stage without cheer to look forward to. Yeah, that's how you unlock cheer in the original. And see, that's something I think is one of the biggest thing with Starstorm, is how it gives you like the magic of unlocking things again. Which is one of like the best parts of Risk of Rain, is just doing the achievements, unlocking everything. And Risk of Rain 1, as primitive as it can sometimes be, had some very fun achievements. Some awful ones too, but some really like fun and engaging ones. I still think the way they have you unlock Acrid is just one of the best ways to unlock a character in just, you know, any procedural game. Which is probably why NK kind of mirrored that for what you call it, for Starstorm. What's the mod called? The mod that I've been hyping up for like 5 days. Goodness me. My brain is barely working. Gravity Falls. Yeah, like the show. I watched very little of that show. I don't know, I guess it was just a little bit too late for me. Someone froze the engine, the scavenger before they could spawn, so they're just lurking. You know, let's just keep pausing time. If we keep pausing time, eventually we will be able to just, you know, limp our way through this. It's shocking how well, like, the Starstorm Returns stages just fit with the original. They don't feel like modded stages at all. Sometimes the game, like, recently when I tried to play, like, you know, unmodded, it kind of feels weird not having those stages. You know, it's like seeing a ketchup bottle without its lid. I know, it feels wrong. Great metaphor, Denizu. You have keen cooldown. Oh, well, there is a Topaz Brooch. Okay, things have kind of calmed down a little bit. Okay, well, now it's a teleporter. Wait, oh yeah, of course, things have calmed down because the individual with glowing meteor was just waiting to use it. Oh god. Help. Oh god, oh good, okay, oh this might be the end for me. Oh, I'm surprised the game hasn't crashed. We have lost half our, like, allied forces, but the game is still running. It'd be nice if someday play Returns with the full port of it. Oh, full port of the Starstorm, you mean? Yeah. Which is, you know, a big thing. That mod, it shocks me how big it is. NK was an absolute, like, artist. Like, genuinely. Oh. Hey, there's Mule's death animation. A genuine, like, visionary. I'm still in awe. Sometimes it's weird that Starstorm exists. We lost, like, 3 or 4 people. Like, died or left. Disconnected from the game. I'm speaking less coherently than usual today. Wonderful. Left, okay, so... Well, I mean, that's to be expected. And who knows, the more people leave, maybe the more stable it will be. Yuck. Yeah, it's insane how much they made, and it was pretty much entirely them too. Yeah! I was like... Because I thought, like, oh, they probably, you know, people help with the art and whatnot, but then I looked at the credits for the Starstorm on the Rain Fusion page, and, yeah, it was just NK. Absolutely crazy. Also, I can show this off to whoever is watching. One of the new items, one of the most, like, inspired items, I think. The baby gilded worms that follow you. Incredibly strong. I guess we'll see how long... I guess we'll see how many of those we can get. I've seen 2 so far, so, you know, it's kind of like we have our own pair of gilded worms that we're gonna use to kill Providence. He who loves worms shall meet his end by them. Oh. No, not the Nematsus. No, wait, the Twibs. Not the Twibs. They're gonna be left behind. Well, you know, their existence is kind of miserable. They just get released to die. Oh, stick stacks globally? Oh, that's... Yeah, that's probably for the best. I think gasoline works like that in mod loader version of the normal Risk of Rain. Though in the original Risk of Rain, actually, gasoline is completely bugged. Not only does it not... It's based not on your damage, but it's based on the damage of the enemy you kill. Wow, that was cheap. That was very cheap. Those of you clinging on the ropes, you're clever. But yeah, gasoline not only does it base its damage on the enemy you kill, but if other people have... If you have like 2 cans of gasoline in the original Risk of Rain, and then another person picks up gasoline, it just like treats you as having 1 gasoline, just cancels out the buffs in like this weird way. Because the original Risk of Rain is just absolute Italian cuisine when it comes to code. Like, that code base is absolutely al dente. Yeah, no, it was it last year? Or was it, yeah, I checked the announcements. There was, I think Nemesis Chef got added in like the last update. I don't remember when it was, Fox. By the way, welcome, Fox. I don't think I've said welcome to you. Sorry about that. I've been a bit distracted. Wait, Malakat Lemurian, you, Acrid, are you the one who has a glowing meteorite? Are you the one to blame for all our woes? I think I heard someone say something like that. Oh. No, okay, it's not you. Alright. Alright, you're good. Like a year ago, okay. There's one single update from GitHub which is not available from like Rain Fusion. It had one last variant that got added. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta probably check out that update. Hey, it's the Molten Coin. And 5 million Colossuses. Jesus. You know, before Risk of Rain 2 released, there was Hopo, or like the original Hopo, Mr. Drummond. He got a question from, you know, someone on his Tumblr where they were like, hey, can we still lag and crash Risk of Rain 2? I was like, no, we'll try to avoid that from happening. Fool! This is the real Risk of Rain experience. If I have double-digit frame rates, I'm not gonna play. Hell yeah! Goodness. Oh, and there I go. Mule is not having the best day. Kinda funny that I think he worked on Starstorm longer than Hope worked on Risk of Rain 2. Longer than Hope worked on Risk of Rain 1 also, I think. Maybe. It was like, what, 2015? Was when the 1.2 updates got released, like the fix for the last content update. Oh, it's available in the server as well. Okay, that's good. Oh, your game crashed? Sorry about that. I can't read Cyrillic, so I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. Yeah, there's a lot of disconnecting going on here. But you know, again, no, it could be worse. Let's see, how's the item discrepancy going? Cool Gamer is doing pretty well with 22 items. But Scoot is also not too far behind. Scoot, huh. Like that Animal Crossing character. Aloe is doing pretty well as well. Kiha, not too bad. But yeah, it's anarchy, alright? No one has any control over which, or, you know, if you're gonna get items or not. They just, you know, first come, first serve. I guess in modes like this, it's best to play like super agile survivors. Because they are going to be able to actually find be able to get the items before everyone else. I remember people used in Risk of Rain 2 in the early days when they hosted public lobbies. They would play Multi just to like steal items because his dash was so good at that. Oh, is the teleporter frozen? No, it's fine. It was just being a bit shy. Nemesis Drifter, please. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you have like a one-to-one direct communication with the developers here. Nemesis, you know how you do Nemesis Drifter? You give them just like a really tiny backpack and change nothing. You just make them really, just give them a tiny backpack. There you go, that's Nemesis Drifter for you. But yeah, no, of course. Yeah, no, the Nemesis survivors for the new survivors is there's a lot of work cut out for the Starstorm Returns team. Oh, it was, oh god, oh, it was like smooth for 1 second. Yeah, no spoilers here, alright? The fun part of in-development projects like this is being surprised. By, for example, finding out that they've added a crown with your name on it, and also called you mad. Thanks again for that. Anyway, I'm not gonna harp on that too much, it's narcissistic. Goodness. You know, I'm taking the executive decision of activating the teleporter. Well, I would. There we go. Alright, everyone. Best of luck. Yeah. Yeah, and also, it's, I mean, you know, there's more people working on Starstorm Returns than the original Starstorm because, well, me and K again is just an absolute, like, beast of productivity and artistry. But how many people are actually working on Starstorm Returns? Is it 12? 9? I mean, I know you're not working full-time, you're modders. Oh, peace flag. I was like, why are my skills all, like, disabled? Yeah, white flag. Thanks. Merci. There's 24 people working on Starstorm Returns? Blimey. Well, I mean, that's good because of the higher fidelity for, like, the graphics, the more complicated skills, the alternative skill system. It's just such a big workload. I mean, thank God... Sorry. I mean, thank God you don't have to, like, port over all the variants, right? Because then the mod would be done in, what, the year 20XX? Like, fucking Mega Man would be able to play the finished version. Well, he would if he didn't have to stop Dr. Wily all the time. You know, I'm glad Hopo killed off Providence. Can you imagine an alternative universe in Risk of Rain where Providence is like the main villain every time, and it just keeps returning, like Dr. Wily or Sigma from the Mega Man series? It just keeps coming back, you know, like Cyborg augmented, or like a ghost, or you pull a Kirby and you get like Providence Soul, and he lets out this horrible shriek as he dies. Starstorm returns 1.1 by 2055. Yeah, that's a exaggerated estimate, but oh, I can spectate. Sorry about that. I'm gonna spectate this invisible player right here. Tango, if you're watching the stream, well, actually, this might just be this Risk of Rain Returns bug. But I think Nemesis Mercenary is not reappearing after using like their 4th ability or something like that. Wow. It's a ghost, it's a specter, invisible death. You don't see anyone? Sorry, just have to take a drink of water. To be fair, this is a very, maybe not the best way to get introduced to a mod like this, because the individual like stuff, you know, all the new items, of which I want to say I like 95% of them, just excellently designed. like, the new items are absolutely great. A lot of the survivors play really well. Technician, I guess it's not as much, you know, how he plays as just how stable he is. Also, goddamn, is that enough, like, healing drones on you? It's like 4? Oh, 3 advanced and 2 normal. Christ. But yeah, like, there's so much, the new stuff just really fits well, and it doesn't really get to shine here because we're just kind of blowing past it. Paulson is genuinely pretty creative and respectful to incorporate Providence to the risk going to, as critical I can be of the execution. Yeah, of course, you couldn't bring back Providence because, you know, he dead. Someone got the Ancient Scepter, congrats. Yeah, you can't bring Providence back, but his playstyle is really fun. So I get that you want like a sword slash brawler, or like a sword slasher. Oh, these spawn on like Ancient Valley as well. I haven't had Ancient Valley on any of my Starstorm Returns runs, which is good. I like when you can play a procedural game like 15 times, and certain things you just won't see. I think that's a sign of like a great, a sign of great variety. Ow. But yeah, Full Sun is probably like the best way you could go about it. Though mechanically speaking, I'm not like I'm thinking thematically because I haven't played the DLC. So I can't really comment on that. The Nemesis. Then is it Nemesis or is it the Nemesi? What's the plural of Nemesis? I like Nemesi. There's a bunch of Nemesi commando here. That sounds wrong. Alright, this might be it for me. I've reached a point where I am just really, really weak and not being able to keep up. Is that? Oh, yeah, I'm like doing no damage. But don't worry, this fucking invisible hero with his drone army, or their drone army, is here to save me. Did we? Oh, no, we didn't kill the bosses. Well, I know there's like no boss health bar. Which is kind of, well... No, because we killed them so fast, Zoe. Wow, yeah, my head's not in the game today. Usually call them Vestiges, but that's probably better reserved for the enemies. Thinking about it. You go with Nemesi. Yeah, okay, I had the feeling it was Nemesi. Oh, by the way, for once we're like all grouped up. This map is so small that like we don't have time to split up. Also, Branch is absolutely incredible in this like super multiplayer lobby. Goodness me. Who keeps placing down the white flag? We're not for peace, we're for war here. We're bringing war to Petrichor 5. Yeah, but also, here's a question for those of you a little bit more versed in like the thematicisms of Starstorm. See, I thought that the Nemesi were like physical manifestations of like the monstrous aspects of the survivors, kind of coming back to bite them. Like the planet is making these like forms, these parodies of the survivors who kind of try to stop them and confront them because they're like they've lost their humanity and they're kind of losing themselves. Like that's what how I interpreted the Nemesi. But and I remember, I'm not sure if this got added to the game, but there was like a cutscene in Starstorm where like Nemesis Commando like starts talking to you about like I can't remember the exact wording, but like what you have become or something like that before confronting you. I'm not sure if that got implemented or if that was like work in progress. But what are the Nemesi? Because Nemesis Mercenary, from what I've seen in the Starstorm 2 lore, and as well as his appearance here, it just seems like a dude who is just super like powerful and dresses casually, like some sort of kind of like elite thug, essentially. Like he doesn't seem, mystical or like, a representation of anything in that sense. The Nemesis are people who died on Petrichor who made a pact with Edict to come back to life, and in return they serve. Oh. Ah, I see. Yeah, the show. See, I have never. I don't even know what the Edict is. Is that like the real villain in Starstorm? Yeah, I never played. Got there to that version. I kinda had a little bit of a falling out with Risk of Rain right about then, unfortunately. Not due to Starstorm or anything, it was just kind of like an unfortunate coincidence. I was just kind of bitter about where they were going with Risk of Rain. With Risk of Rain 2, and it just kind of put me off Risk of Rain in general for like a good while, and then I missed out on the best Risk of Rain mod. So, yeah, you know, a bit of a shame. But okay, so that's what the Nemesis are. You like my interpretation? Well, you know, I always go with the like personal stories aspect, because that's the thing I really like about the original Risk of Rain, is, you know, the survivors' story, their guilt. Like, that's what still to this day encapsulates me. But okay, wait, if... Imagine 23-player arraign. I have... One day I'm going to be hosting like massive multiplayer Starstorm 1, like original Starstorm Lobbies. I need to find a way to do it. I will make it happen somehow, if I have to fucking buy a server. But okay, but in that case... Yeah... The relation to the survivors, they're basically purely by name, they're different people entirely. I see. Alright. Okay, yeah, because I always thought they were kind of like supposed to be parodies of them. Because, you know, Commando, he fights with, pistols. So Nemesis Commando gets a sword to kind of like contrast that. Nemesis Mercenary, normal Mercenary, he has like a long sword, so, and he's very like refined and elegant. So Nemesis Mercenary, being like the contrast, is like a thug who fights with a dagger and is dressed, you know, in a bomber jacket and very like casually. He like walks with his hand in his pocket. He's very like different from Mercenary. By the way, we're going to Providence. Typhoon doesn't seem like that it's going to stop us. Yeah, it's intentional to spin on that. Yeah, I get it. But I thought it was like a spin, not just aesthetically, but also like thematically, right? Like the Force is trying to kind of almost, not like make fun of them, but like visualize the Mercenary without any of their, like, professionalism. And like, this is what the Mercenary is at his core, just a thug who knows how to use a blade, a sharp piece of metal. Have you seen Nemesis Chef? I have seen the teaser. I mentioned it earlier in the stream that I actually almost preferred Nemesis Chef's design to the original Chef. He looks so dingy and dirty, and I love it. It fits that kind of grungy Risk of Rain 1 aesthetic. I find it very fun. Also, just the sprite fork, as always, great. Because the thing with me that I had to like accept, and it took some time, is that Risk of Rain has changed a lot, right? It has become a very different thing, especially aesthetically speaking. Gameplay-wise too, but especially aesthetically. The characters have much more like personality and individuality to them. They're less about just being representations of their professions. They're not about like just being reduced to the tools of violence that they are. They're like characters now, especially with characters like Captain from Risk of Rain 2. And with that, you got like visual designs that were more personal, like personalized, like with, no chance, with Captain's Admiral hat, with the coat. Not necessarily like standard issue uniform. He looks like he has like made some personal touches. And, you know, in the beginning I was very like against it. And I still do prefer the simplicity of the designs in the original Risk of Rain. It appeals to me more. But I've come to accept that like it's a new era of Risk of Rain and kind of new thing they're going for. In which case you have these characters that are more characters and not just like classes, I guess, if you get me, right? And that is especially to me prevalent with characters like Nemesis Mercenary. Someone found the keycard! A couple people on the keycard. Nemesis Mercenary looks very like casual and Pilot. And I still sometimes kind of look at characters like Pilot and Drifter and kind of, you know, not scoff, but like, wrinkle my nose a bit, kind of go, it's not Risk of Rain, but I'm coming around to just accepting it. Things change, things develop. We still have the original Risk of Rain, that's not going anywhere. But it's why I really liked a lot of the Starstorm characters, partly because they were cut Risk of Rain characters, and as such, they naturally fit the style, because they were sprited by by Drummond, sorry. And but I also think, like a lot of the early survivors in Starstorm really fit the, how do you say it? Oh my god, really fit the art style. Like, Executioner is still one of my favorite, like, modded characters design-wise. The Nemesis Chef teaser was posted in the Starstorm Returns Discord. I think there is a link to it in the description of the stream. I'm going to explain the example of space the same but different. Oh yeah, for the Nemesis, right. Risk of Rain 1 Chef or Risk of Rain? I think they're talking... Yeah, and the missing arm of Captain, absolutely. Yeah, no, completely right, Death by Noob. They have a very... It's like a very personable touch. But also, I think Nemesis Captain... Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't touched up on all of the Risk of Rain 2 lore. Providence is melting like margarine on a hot pan. Christ. Thank God he has the shield. But if anyone's more versed in Risk of Rain 2 lore, of all the survivors, Captain is the only one who's like a character, full character. Not just in design, but he has dialogue, he has like scenes, little vignettes where he talks to the crew and whatnot in the logs. He is the only Risk of Rain survivor with like spoken dialogue, well, written dialogue, I guess, right? I'm correct on that? Ah, maybe it's false. Yeah. Again, I haven't like read up the lore. The logs, specifically. I know the gist of False Sun, but I haven't read the log. Yeah, okay, False Sun too. So False Sun and Pilot. But Pilot is the only human. Yeah, well, you mean the survivor from Risk of Rain 1 Returns. We don't know if it's the commander, it's just an assumption because he's the poster boy. But, yeah, no, you're right. He is the only character. But, like, because he's not connected to a specific character, it's kinda its own thing. For all we know, none of the survivors in the original Risk of Rain are the ones who wrote the logs. Like, that was, I guess, what Paladin was about to confirm, but then, you know, Paladin didn't get made. Well, not officially. There's a mod. He speaks... Yeah, of course, in the opening cutscene. Yeah, and there's someone speaking to the captain as well. Like, oh, bioscanners are dark, sir. Yeah. God, I'm so out of touch. I've played one run of Risk of Rain 2 for the items, for the visual representation of items video, and I've just been kind of out of the loop otherwise. Okay, but it's still only those two, I see. So the only human who talks in Risk of Rain 2 is the captain. And I guess the guy talking to the captain. And yeah, the survivor in the first game, but that's kind of like its own situation. This is taking a bit longer than I thought. I expected you that we would like completely destroy Providence Phase 4. Yeah, there we go. We're just enjoying, you know, the site. How many of us lived? Reptilian, Malachite, Turtle. That is free, yeah. Wow. And a bunch of drones as backup. Everyone... Wait. Someone said RIP Captain. Does Captain die? Canonically? Congratulations, everyone. Wait. If Captain... is that true? Does Captain die? That would be interesting. Yeah, GG Aaron. Well played. I'm not sure about everyone else, but I felt like it got a little bit more stable as we played. Like in the beginning, it was, you know, definitely a little bit rough. Risk of Rain falls in intervals. Alright, see, here's my... He stabs in its own Lego and dies. Yeah, funny. Wait, can't believe the technician carried her, and someone is very obsessed with technician here. But interval, what the hell is intervals? I'm like, I feel like, you know, David Lynch, you know, thinking about Star Wars. What the hell is an Ewok? What the hell is an interval? Please enable sacrifice. I am going to... Okay, everyone. So I'm going to be re-hosting the game. And I'm going to enable rules voting so that we can vote for artifacts, and I'm going to leave it in your hands, what we do. I just wanted to see how it goes without artifacts. Typhoon still really can't stand up to the power of 7, 8, 14 survivors. Oh, 14, we lost so many! Zeptilion, that was you? Good job, Zeptilion. You are the real villain. Everyone, gang up on Zeptilion. I'm gonna enable PvP. I'm joking. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Aslan. We did have 3 people left. Anyways, everyone, again, re-hosting the server. I'm gonna enable rules voting. I'm not going anywhere. If you didn't have the chance to join, maybe you can do now. I don't know if you're still here, Alvis, or if it's working for you. There we go. And allow rule voting. Alright, everyone, server is up. Feel free to join. I mean, I know no one's watching the streams right now. Everyone's like in the game. But for those of you who might be watching the VOD, I'm gonna try to show off some of the other survivors as well. I'm gonna show off my second favorite survivor, Executioner. Just the default run. Skull Splitter is cool too, but I just really like Execution. Such a great ability. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna let's see. Yeah, no, Prestige would be a good idea. I don't like Tempus. Yeah, I hate Cognition. Dissonance is fine. Where is Distortion? Yeah, I'm voting against Distortion. Yeah, I'm not going to have some funny individual screws over with Distortion again like last time. Hi, Big Balbasic? Balbasic? All these usernames. Honor would be fun with like the extra elites. Spite. Always vote for Spite. Everyone always vote for Spite. Best artifact. Oof. I'm gonna... Do we do a sacrifice or not? No, Spite. Spite. Well, exactly. That's the point, Turtle. It's the point to end horribly. Could you press the button in top right of your game and press the copy ID and paste it here? Here you go. Sorry for not doing that earlier, Tango. You managed to join Tango, so you know it's fine between us. Okay. Alright, take care, hello. Sorry for not saying goodbye earlier. Thank you for joining. Yeah, no, I shared the ID. Laser elite buff that shoots a tiny version of the Guild Worm's laser. There is... Oh, it's not working, Tango. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, hang on. Everyone, I'm going to try restarting the game. Sorry. Okay, I'm just going to try restarting the game in case it's something about me. Alright, wait, actually, should I? Should I do that? I'm gonna do it. Alright, just to see if it helps. So, I think the feed is gonna cut. So you won't see my awesome wallpaper. Alright, I'm gonna pin the new lobby. Moving the old one so it doesn't get confusing. Alright, sorry about this, everyone. You know, it's always a little bit messy when you have mods. There we go. There we go. Perfect name. Alright, copy lobby ID. Alright, here is the new lobby ID. Let's see if this works. And people joined so fast. Spite, I'm gonna revote. There we go. Still doesn't match. Yeah, that's such a shame. I guess for the next time I host this, I'll do like a mini just session, like private, just to see if it works, and in the Starstorm Returns Discord, and then host a stream the day after. Do some testing, not do this guerrilla style, as is my style, unfortunately. Wow, no one likes Kin. I actually like playing with Kin. I find it funny. But yeah, no Kin, it seems. No distortion. Seems like we were going to be playing with Sacrifice. Glass? No, we're not. If we would just die with Glass. Look at your profile picture. Sorry, Andrew, it's so like low resolution, I can't make it out. Looks like a Street Fighter 3 character from here, but I suppose that's not what it is. And yeah, everyone, make sure you vote for Typhoon. So if we stand, yeah, okay, it's already winning. Okay, 16 players. 15. I think we lost one. Never mind. We keep. Oh, Winslow. Is Tango here? I think Tango is in chat trying to troubleshoot for Arl. Hey, Sandwich, you made it. That's good to see you. I know last time you got here a little bit late, but you made it now. Excellent. Always good to see that profile picture. Yeah, right. Tango also can't join, do I? Yeah, no, to get your answer, Tango is not in the lobby. You're using... I'm using tilt controls. Hey, can I go to Coconut Mall next? I wanna vote for Coconut Mall. I remember in... I really should stop starting sentences with I remember, but in Mario Kart Wii, Lobbies, everyone would like vote for the Autumn Stage, Maple Treeway, Coconut Mall. And and then towards the later stages they would just keep voting for like those tracks that had the super big skips that you could do with Funky Kong and yeah, mainly fun. I guess you could do it with other characters, but like Funky Kong is the Mario Kart Wii classic. Yeah, Maple Treeway is great. I love the music and the atmosphere, but I'm a big fan of Autumn. It's my favorite season. Which is especially prevalent now because it's summer and there's this goddamn laser beacon pointing at me through the window. Oh, we lost Azaline. No. I think we got 17 last time, but that, of course, some people left. I think we ended with like 14 or 13. So, we're keeping the same number, which is fine by me. It's not really about the quantity. I would like to try 32 one day, just to see how it is. No, Tango isn't in the lobby. They can't join. The chef better be running cook. That's the that's the support ability. Yeah, support chef is funky, but here, if you want value from support chef, here's your chance to get value. I mean, we can just join, really. If people are, like, waiting, we can just join, like, just ready up. I'll probably do one more game after this. Also, shame about, like, all the sound effects from everyone else, like, moving around. Because that means I can't hear, like, the wonderful pistol effect from a service pistol. Also, a big fan of that name. I feel like people don't talk a lot about like ability names and how much they can give identity. Something like double tap for commando. You can go a lot of ways. You can call your skin like pistol shot or double shot, bang bang if you want to be like silly. Oh yeah, Spite is on. But double tap has that like military precision to it, and I think it's a good way to convey personality in a sense. to like the skill description names. In the same way, I really like how Executioner, you know, their primary is called Service Pistol, because it enforces that like kind of military connection, which I believe Executioner has, as well as I can kind of feel the character would refer to it as like a service pistol specifically. And Executioner gives me like professional, silent, humorless personality to him. Or edgy, as we like to call it. Totally not what I base my entire personality around. Ability. You know, we all have ability names in the real world too, you know? God, turn around, damn it. The sound of his utility, crowd dispersion, I'm pretty sure it's called, is so satisfying. Yeah, it is. You don't really get to hear it particularly well here in this mess, but I agree. It's such like quick and punchy sound. Ooh. That's a bad impression of it. But yeah, no, the sound design is pretty damn good, which is very important because as like low fidelity as the original Risk of Rain might be, it sounds really good. Not just the music, like the sound effects. I'm sure they're like stock Game Maker sound or something. I doubt they're like custom made or whatever. But I just really like how Risk of Rain sounds. All the like ballistic weapons and whatnot. Very, very, just, I know, helps. If you're gonna like shoot enemies for an hour, it's good that like the shooting sounds and feels satisfying. I know, I always loved every sound effect, from like forced reassembly to Enforcer shotgun to like Mercenaries blade slash. I know, I don't think there's like a single bad sound in the game. I mean, you can correct me. Maybe you remember something I don't. Hey, take care, Clip. Thanks for joining. Wait, they are custom made for Risk of Rain, the original? Well, just one more reason to love that game. They're really custom sounds. That's so cool. I mean, I feel like Risk of Rain has like a very unique sound to it too. It's I don't. There is something kind of crisp and crunchy, but not like in an 8-bit pixel way. It's like that contrast between the like pixelated art style and the like really high def sound effects that kind of was novel for the time. I remember Chris Dudulu, sorry, back in the day, he when he was talking about, you know, composing for Risk of Rain, or when Hopo contacted him, he was like very afraid that they would go for like an 8-bit sound. You know, and he like kept saying, "I'm so thankful that Hopo, you know, that Duncan and Paul let me make like a, you know, didn't have to go chiptune or like a, you know, bit crushed kind of sound, like music." And you know, I remember reading it at the time and thinking like, was that really an expectation? I guess we were kind of in a retro revival era in 2013, maybe like at the tail end of it. But you know, naturally, Risk of Rain soundtrack is very, very beloved. And I think if it was like pixelated and music can't be 8-bit, right? I don't know, if it's like, you know, Super Nintendo type music, I guess, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have worked as well. Hard to say. I wouldn't have mind the hearing like some of the Risk of Rain 1 songs in like Super Nintendo sound fonts. Crunchy like a refreshing cucumber. Exactly, like one of those spiky, kind of prickly cucumbers as well. Oh, I love those. My the neighbors of my grandparents back in my homeland, they grow cucumbers there, and they're like those prickly kinds. Oh, they're so good. You have to peel them. The skin is kind of rugged, but my god, they're the best cucumbers in the world. You know another good thing about this crown that that was made? Now I never have to feel like I don't have any items. I always have one. You should make it so the crown makes me take like 100% extra damage without telling me. And I just keep dying. It's like, oh my god, why is everything doing so much damage? Sorry, just want to check if someone... Oh, that's a lot of ifrits! Bonsai! Oh, the pillars! Wanted to chop them up with my axe. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. So, Turtle, the thing you said about spite worked pretty well there. I still really do love spite. Sometimes I just play with spite on and no other artifacts. We've been getting screwed over for an hour just because a sprite has been failing to load. Goddamn. Modding, programming, right? Oh god, you know, you can browse the like Risk of Rain mod loader patch notes and you'll find all sorts of weird bugs. I know different game, but like video game bugs are just the weirdest thing. Just the logic to them. Programming is black magic to me, like genuinely. I've tried to dabble in Godot and Game Maker before, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like Latin. It's not even Starstorm Returns' fault, the sprite is there and stuff. Of course. Great. Risk of Rain, just the name. As if a game is called Risk of Rain, it will have like cursed code. But at least you found the problem, right? I mean, that's, you know, half the battle. You can't pick up items while you're in drone form, right? Can you? Hey, okay, what's the holdup? Let's get moving. I wanna go back to the Torrid Wasteland. I wanna enjoy that large celestial object in the sky. Thank you. Sniper's dancing at the bottom. It's the like the sniper like pairing dance, you know, when they're trying to find mates. Oh. Hey, also, by the way, for people who might not know, in Risk of Rain Returns, there's a bug with oil toss on Chef in multiplayer, but Starstorm Returns fixes that. So, you know, if you like oil toss and you play a lot of multiplayer, here's your motivation, even if you don't want anything else in Starstorm. I would love to get this drone. The drone mechanic was implemented pretty much so that dead players can get items. Oh, I thought it was, well, I mean, I thought it was just so they have something to do, so that they wouldn't just take up their phones. I've heard that in Slay the Spire 2, a lot of people are having problems in co-op, where a lot of their friends are just like always on the phone. Like not even paying attention to the game, just like autoplay, like going on autopilot. Oh my god, yeah, I have no items, I have nothing to scale against this goddamn boar. Ow! Yeah, help, cool gamer! Do as your name suggests, be cool and save me. Oh, thanks, Ifrit! Help! Help! I'm locked in here with the killer! Help! Ah! Oh, hi, blighted parent. Showed up out of nowhere. Cheers. I do like that the blighted elites are invisible when they stand still. That's so cool. That's one that. Is the bug where the explosion goes off every frame? I've experienced that in single player. I'm not sure. With the API. Sorry everyone, forgive me, misinformation. As Azulin has stated, it's not Starstorm Returns that fixes, it's the API, if I understood that correctly. Point is, play modded, you won't have to worry about the oil bug. Or oil jar bug. Right, yeah. So, you know, if you just want the oil jar bug fixed on Chef, you can... you don't even have to play with Starstorm, you can just play with, like, the API mods, which doesn't really change, like, balance or anything, just, you know, fixes a couple things and enables modding. Well, Pierce, like the Huntress strafe ability, is definitely very good here. The extra range is appreciated. I guess high rate, like, you really get to like feel the benefits of range in multiplayer, I feel, because you have like other enemies taking aggro and whatnot. You know, that like constantly run away from them. Which I guess lets like characters like Sniper shine a bit more, even if Sniper is plenty good already. Not having to worry too much about damage is certainly a nice benefit in a game where getting damage upgrades is not always a guaranteed. Or at least substantial damage upgrades. How many, how many people are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people and their drone cheerleading group. Definitely a reliable character. Especially for multi. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. You've been on 100 for like 5 minutes? On 100 for, you mean like 100 HP? Yeah. Yeah, no, regenning isn't a guarantee here. I feel like the item count is definitely a bit lower when you play with Sacrifice, because, you know, the director doesn't scale and like place chests and shrines everywhere. I guess we got our difficulty here. Yeah! Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God, you, yeah. 7 mountain shrines. I hope it spawns like just Providence. Just Providence shows up. He's like, you know what? You have enough mountain shrines. I'm coming in here. Why did you choose alternate mouse 1? That's oh, that's the melee. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the boomerang is so good. Also, I'm getting like flashbacks from the first stream with all these parents. Yeah, we should probably just activate the teleporter. I was about to like say the full name of the pilot player, but you know, maybe not. It takes you to Judgment Province, like it just teleports you. Except now there's also like 16 of those, they're not Umbras. Aspects? What else is the technical term for like the minions that Providence spawns? That are like based on the Survivor. Except in funky colors, they're like the wireframes from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Or the Polygon team. Oh, thanks, Bite. 3 people left. This might be a loss. I think, oh. And then suddenly every enemy just spontaneously combusted. This might be our first loss in like any multiplayer lobby, I think. Well, no, there was that one time we quit last time because there was like a healing elite amongst blighteds and everything sucked because we couldn't outdamage the healing. I guess we forfeited that one. Oh! Watch your step. I guess that's one way to get to the other side. And Dream. Umbras, okay, so they're Umbras. But yeah, they're not like shadowy in the same sense of the Umbras in Risk of Rain 2. Or, you know, Providence's Umbra, which is where it started. Let it be known, the Umbra's first appearance was the original Risk of Rain. Just, you know, it was Providence's Umbras. We might have it fixed in time for the next run. Next run might be closing in faster than you think. There is currently, I think, 1 player alive. Listen, Andrew, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but you know, you are our only hope. If I can find you. There we go. At least roulette gave movement speed to someone. Oh, and you have rotting brain. I'm so glad that you have the best equipment in a time like this. If only Technician was here to save you. I need to find the one pixel where they can't hurt me. Yeah, good luck. Well, yeah, I mean, it didn't work out. If Technician was here, Technician would just get overwhelmed. Oh, he's gonna fucking upgrade his mine. Oh yeah, go Brain! No! No. Oh, welcome to the stream, by the way, Antonio McFreaky. Internet usernames, people. Oh, this time a crown. Alright. Okay, sacrifice really makes things more difficult. Same settings, but without spite. I don't think spite is really the true villain here, but no. We can try without spite. But before that, Arlvis Tango as a line. Do you have any updates on like whether Arlvis will be able to join? Do you, like, should we wait for you, or do you think you will have in time for another run? You didn't. You didn't fail me. You failed everyone. You failed the UEC Contact Light. You failed Hopo. You failed everything. You must enable friendly fire kill. Listen, after this, we're going to Starstorm, and we're going to play Starstorm PvP, and we're going to go Enforcer 1v1. Okay? No shields, just shotguns. Sacrifice picks up as the scaling gets better. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm just gonna leave. Oh. I don't care about Enigma. Sure, we can go Sacrifice. Alright, no Spite. Sorry, Spite. You know, I think the reason I'm not winning is because I'm not playing the optimal characters. I think Nemesis Commando is the answer to all this. Should we just all go with Nemesis Commando? That would be funny. I was working on a fix, but it might end up just for me, because Tango says the sprites are fine, so they might need a different thing. Okay, you might be able to join this time. I mean, I don't want to put like a pressure on you, that's not my intention. Oh my god, we might be getting like an all Nemesis Commando. That would be very funny. It did not work. Ah, damn it. I really wish we could. Yeah, you're late for Aswan's fix. Yeah, no rush. And again, I will be hosting more games of this. We'll see. I was wondering maybe like alternating between Vanilla and Starstorm Returns. I might host a poll on that. And, you know, let the people choose. Because as you know, with me, I don't like making decisions. I just let other people decide when it comes to this. When it comes to stuff like this. Merc skin. Which one? Oh, right. That's funny. Someone's playing like a mercenary with the Nemesis Commando skin. That's Hey, yeah, I'm totally playing Nemesis Commando. It's always like that. Back in the when Risk of Rain 2 released, I remember Sarn. They hosted a massive multiplayer Risk of Rain 2 game, and they just had everyone play as multi, which is you know, probably chaotic. I didn't join. I didn't have time, and I think that was the last time we did it. Oh, okay, here we go. Listen, okay, the Void entity from Starstorm, okay, they had a lot of commandos who were willing to pledge allegiance, okay? They're making an army. Okay, we're gonna throw out so many grenades. We're gonna make it like Battlefield 1, just constant grenade spam. We're gonna need to make a PSA like they did for Battlefield Bad Company 2. Yeah, that's a reference everyone will get. Young hip reference. Ugh, you get with the times. You're on Crescendo's unique Void Fields game mode. Never joined, but it still was really cool. Crescendo's unique Void Fields game mode. I haven't heard about that. You mind enlightening me, Sandwich? Someone got the equipment. Good. Congratulations. I mean, I think disposable missile launcher really fits Nemesis Commando as well, being like a, you know, living arsenal of weapons. Also really funny, Blazing Colossus are like stage 1, but you know, we have mountain shrines and whatnot. You misclicked and accidentally went mercenary? Yeah, sure, misclick. Sure. No. I mean, you know, they all look the same. That was a common joke for Risk of Rain 1. They were like, half the survivors look the same. And in the beginning, I always had to like double check whether I was like hovering over sniper or mercenary. I mean, like these days, you know, I remember, but you know, there is a lot of like visual consistency between the survivors in the first game. They really do feel like they belong on the same like crew or same world. God, Smooth Turtle, you're like funnier than me. You should be streaming. God, oh, sorry, it's so calm suddenly. You know, I think this whole MSI commando plan is really working. Oh, by the way, feedback for developers if you're listening to this. Your implementation of like the climbing hook, absolutely perfect. Or it's climbing axe. Sorry, I just want to. No, ice tool. Like that, that item feels even better than it did in the original, and I love that item so much. Just, wall climbing feels so natural in Risk of Rain. Especially on a lot of the return stages, who has extra bit of verticality to them, like Whistling Basin and Verdant Woodlands. All right, everyone, frags out! Oh god! Thank God for wounds. Oh god! Oh, I'm choking. This goddamn helmet is not doing anything for the poison gas. Oh, that's an oversight. No, it's established in the lore that the helmets don't do anything against poison gas because of the mushrooms. You know, yeah, I have a much better feeling about this. Yeah, we sacrifice one out. Which means... you know, still a humble item amount, but maybe slightly more balanced. I mean, I think we have reached a point where now we're just... everyone is kind of looking for enemies to fight. You remember if they asked me if they could make it prioritize the pickaxe rather than a hopo jump? Was told it was impossible, and like 2 days later it works that way. That's funny, Jukebox. Yeah, no, just it feels so smooth and perfect. And like stacking it, it's one of like the best implementations of like stacking items. It just feels good. Full of joy and whimsy. I like the rolling sound whenever like everyone comes in. It's just like. God, yeah, wound is such a strong debuff. I mean, I know it doesn't stack. I got the Mokka. Refreshing. No, it doesn't stack, but just like having a debuff that increases every instance of damage when you have like over 10 players. Ridiculous. But like even just in multiplayer, like normally with like 4 players, having the wound debuff is absolutely fantastic. And I think you know, I know that that's not necessarily a Starstorm exclusive thing either, because I think Acrit's alternative primary also kind of works in that way, buffing interesting, buffing the damage received from other sources. It was called Champions Ring. All stages would be void fields and everyone would go in the bazaar after each stage. Oh, now that you say this, I have a very vague memory of that. Yeah. That's... Oh, magma worm. Overloading magma worms already. That's a good sign. Yeah, no, Champions. I have very vague memories of that. That was back. There was a time when I actually watched Risk of Rain 2 YouTubers. I think I remember a couple videos on that because people found the game mode interesting. And yeah, it was a fresh spin on it. Whoever has Interstellar Desk Plant, thank you. I'm just gonna leech off you for a little bit. Would actually stack, just not on the Mando. Really? Fascinating. I mean, good, that doesn't stack on the Mando. That character doesn't need any more help. I mean, I don't know what that. I don't know anything about that, like Void Fiend, but you know, they give it's a pretty good deal. You know, you might see Nemesis Denizu hosting these streams soon. Okay, yeah, those overloading magma worms have definitely done their part. It's very hard to apply wound on them. The game was, yeah, you've enjoyed your fun, alright. Time to remember who's the king. Nothing is ever gonna overthrow like the overloading magma worms. Well, except the missile worms. I think they are like, you know, an honorary menace. Also, I'm surprised I'm one of the people who's alive, given I'm like juggling between two monitors there. You know, I bet people who watch these streams think I'm like really bad at the game. Because no, it's not my best performance on stream, normally. I'm not gonna like say, oh my god, I'm the best Risk of Rain player ever. But I will say I'm pretty good at like Monsoon Artifactless. That's my field, alright? But I still have more to learn. That's kind of, I feel like Risk of Rain is one of those games where it doesn't seem like there's like much depth to it, but when you really like dive into it, there's, you know, a surprising bit of tech and little things like that, which makes the game very satisfying. Goddammit. Oh, I was like 1 second off rolling. Rip. Hi, Turtle. How you doing? By the way, there's a Blighted Delete beneath us. Oh. Can Brawler be able to grab bosses? Brawler is from Starstorm Lost, right? It's like one of those cut Starstorm characters alongside Courier, Duke, and Artillerist? Yeah. Salatopo left the Blighted Magma Worm unimplemented. Oh, no! I forgot about the Blighted Magma Worm. You're right, Sam. That would have been like the ultimate threat. God, Blighted Magma Worm. Artillerist, Duke, Scout, and Brawler, and Courier, right? Oh, no. No. Courier is that one from the custom variants pack for the original game with Runt and whatnot. Oh, I'm great. And just when they're finished, the fucking Imp Overload. Oh, Curry Space SSR? SRR? Wait. No, isn't it for... yeah, Baronesses, yeah. Wait. Maybe I'm mixing it up. Yeah, maybe I'm just mixing up, like, Scout. I think Scout and Courier have, like, a similar color scheme. Don't trust me! I don't know what I'm talking about. Why am I even here? I'm here to shoot overloading magma worms. That's my purpose. That's why I was born. DD's. Okay, Courier is from DD's variants. Alright. Sometimes I forget Volatile Worm exists. Like yeah, and then you just... I had a run, maybe like a month ago or something, where I was playing pilots and I was looping. I was looping actually to test out Snake Eyes, so for like that items that do nothing video, to confirm that it doesn't transfer to the USC contact light. So yeah, a long time ago. But anyways, and I had I had on like the first stage of the after the Temple of the Elders. I had a volatile magma worm spawn, and that boss is so fun to fight as pilot. It's like, you know, playing something like the Terraria Calamity mod or something. Scout is greener, yeah, no, you're right. But no, that fight, you know, using pilot and having like the parachutes and just trying to desperately stay in the air as you dodge missiles, super fun. One of my fondest Risk of Rain Returns memories. And it's on a character I don't even really like that much in pilot, so yeah. Also, for the record, I am working on new videos. For those of you who are interested in this, I'm currently editing audio. I'm about a third of the way there. I got really sick last week, so it has been delayed, so I'm terribly sorry about that. I am trying to get them out as fast as possible. So, forgive the long... just forgive the delay. But I think it's a good one. It's a pretty good one, the one I'm working on right now. And I think it's a very, like, satisfying type of video to watch. One of my favorite things about Risk of Rain Returns is how some of the bosses have different attacks when there are certain elite types. Wasn't that in the original too? Like how the overloading Colossus spawns jellyfish. And well, the Colossus just spawns different enemies based on the elite type it is. But wait, are there others? Well, no, I guess not. I guess that's really it. I mean, you have the overloading magma worm, but that's almost less like an elite and more like its own thing. Goddamn. Yeah, no, Returns expand. No, Returns definitely expand upon it, as it did with most things. Roll once. God. Man, that was. Oh, I had the other roll too. That was embarrassing. Goddamn frenzied elites and their increased attack speed. Or attack animation. Or is that the Risk of Rain thing? No, I think that's in Returns too. Yeah. God, oh, that's a bad space to be trapped. Well, you got it out safely. Good job, Nemesis Commando number 1 and number 7 and number 14. If you look to stage 9 plus, you'll see new super powerful elites in... Wait, in Returns or in Starstorm Returns? They look cool and have all their other elite effects. Cool and have all other elite effects at once. Oh, in Starstorm Returns. Ooh. Well, we'll see if we can get there. I mean, it depends. Okay, so hey, for the people listening here, if you want to see like super cool boss elites, try to get to stage 9. We're currently on stage 4, or like 9 and beyond. Maybe you'll see some of the like super interesting late game options, which is an interesting thing. Risk of Rain always has had to like balance looping versus just, you know, rushing Providence, because looping isn't just. Looping is kind of like an alternative playstyle, and I think Starstorm, you know, really expanded upon looping as like a thing. There's like a lot of things. I feel like you kind of miss out on a lot in Starstorm if you just you miss out on a lot of Starstorm's like beauty if you just go directly to Providence, which I guess is why there's like that alternative ending. But it's also this weird thing to balance, because Risk of Rain is one of those games, and Tango mentioned this last time, where the longer you play Risk of Rain, the more like exhausting it becomes, and eventually your eyes kind of glaze over. And when you get like 150 items, nothing really like feels like it matters anymore. It like just becomes very homogenized. So it's like a difficult thing to balance. Also, if someone has Infusion right now, there's a lot of boars here. But no, it's a tricky thing, design-wise. How do you like balance looping? And looping wasn't even an accident. Well, it was kind of an accident. For those of you who don't know, in the original Risk of Rain, looping was kind of placeholder mechanic until they added the final boss. And then you weren't actually supposed to be able to loop once, you know, Providence and the UEC Contact Light has... Oh, the lag is alright, it feels... I mean, now it's a bit laggy with the snowstorm, but it isn't too bad. It feels better, Ray just got used to it. Oh my god, what I was saying, stay on one thread, Denizu, you moron. I was talking about fixing, yeah, your eyes glaze over. Yeah, no, if you just loop too much, it becomes boring. And yeah, no, in the original, so looping wasn't really supposed to be added. It was there as a placeholder, but people really liked it, so they kept it. Instead of looping, you were supposed to get something called like the arena mode. That was part of their Kickstarter goal. But the thing, but then looping and arena mode kind of conflicted. So because of that, they added the 1.2 update, which is why we have Chef and Loader. Which is a very curious circumstance if you think about it. What's my opinion on Toxic Beast? I'll finish this thought, I'll actually give that talk about Toxic Beast, but yeah, so no, so looping wasn't even like a intended part of the game, so it's just a kind of a happy accident. I wouldn't really know how to make looping work. I guess you can kind of like extend this. I guess you could do kind of like Returns. No, Returns, sorry, Risk of Rain 2, where you can obliterate yourself if you play a little bit longer. If you feel like the normal run is too short. Like, I like the pacing of obliteration. I just think the ending is kind of anticlimactic and the twisted scavengers aren't fun to fight. Nice explosion. But I almost prefer the length of the run when you obliterate. Your friend serves with Beast, he plays melee characters. Toxic Beast is such a... Like, Toxic Beast has 2 attacks, right? But it's kind of like a walking hitbox. Like, and then, you know, they summon the boars. It's, I guess, my second least favorite boss. Maybe, I don't know, I also don't like Colossus mechanically. I like Colossus aesthetically, one of the best designs. Oh, it's raining boars! Christ. But Colossus, I don't know, I feel like they could have done maybe a little bit more. But Toxic Beast just is very, like, simple. And yeah, you know, if you're playing a melee character, it's more tricky, but if you just jump, you can dodge them, as long as they're not overloading or, like, frenzied, then it's a little bit riskier. I know, it feels like an underdeveloped boss at times. And in the original Risk of Rain, you know, it was very easy for them to just kind of not be able to surpass some ledges, so you can just like hit them without any problems. And oftentimes Toxic Beasts just are more beneficial for you if you have infusion. So to like leave them alive for as long as you can and just farm infusion stacks. I don't know, it's a boss I feel needed a little bit more to it. Bug has been fixed for me, but the game is still fucked. Oh, that's a shame. So Imp Dimension in Starstorm is in a way this arena mode. Yeah, I guess it might be. I haven't got. Oh yeah, kinda. Yeah, I remember the arena mode. I did play that. I guess it would be like that. The arena mode was, you know, cancelled, so we never really got to see it. You're not an expert on this recent score the game like 2020. Oh yeah. Oh wow, you. I see. So you kind of worked backwards. I mean, I think most people aren't Risk of Rain 1 experts. I just have a fascinating obsession with the history of this game. I mean, obsession is really the word. I still sometimes browse the Chucklefish forums just to like see what people are thinking at the time. I'm still surprised. I was reading some of the old patch notes and found that they like removed like the engineer turrets getting items, and no one complained about it. Like in the thread, I don't know if someone complained about it, they didn't say it at least, right? Like, everyone was just, oh, okay, cool, here's a change. Actually, people were complaining about Acrid being, like, garbage, or actually super overpowered, so no one cared about the engineer nerf. Sorry. So, I don't, like, imagine today, right, in, if in, like, Risk of Rain 2, Gearbox, or, like, New Hopo, made a patch and just removed, like, engineer's ability to, like, have his turrets inherit items. That people would freak out. Like, there would be like forum posts and videos about it. Hopo has ruined Risk of Rain. Gearbox has gone too far, and there's a picture of like the commando with like a pistol to his head, and it says like it's over. Early in the games of Gearbox interactions, people just didn't think about stuff. Like early on, yeah, exactly. There's a whole culture of analysis that got grown after that point. Yeah, absolutely. If you check the original Risk of Rain wiki, you'll find that there's no real analysis. It's very like clinical, because we didn't really think about games in that way, or the majority didn't. There was always some. You know, like, I feel like if Risk of Rain, the original one, came out today and had like a huge fan base, people would be going on, you know, analyzing the frame data, you know, talking about how many frames attacks take and whatnot. And, you know, talking about viability and, you know, oh, you know, which item is best on which survivor and whatnot. I mean, I've seen one tier list for the original Risk of Rain on the Chucklefish forums. I don't think I've seen any, or anything. I don't think even on the Reddit. I might have seen like an item tier list, but not a survivor tier list. I've seen one for Risk of Rain Returns, but they also threw in like Risk of Rain 2 characters in there. It was weird. It's just a picture of Mario crying except it's Commando. Yeah, exactly. That stupid picture. The death of Risk of Rain. Remember when everyone thought Risk of Rain would like die forever because Gearbox was kind of being a little bit incompetent? Well, Gearbox is always incompetent, but you know, there's like big podcasts. Wooly, back when I guess people still liked him, you know, was hosting like a serious talk about the state of Risk of Rain and all that. And I was just watching from the outside going like, what the hell is going on? You know, my first instinct was, oh no, they added another woman. And everyone is freaking out. But, you know, of course not. Watching the drones try to swoop to get the testicle. There's like vultures desperately trying to get the items here. Meanwhile, Malachite is doing all the work. Risk of Rain said, yeah, exactly. You can go in now, end this for us. I'm not sure if I would risk it. I hope to do a skill 3.0 update. With all the new survivors, no chance. My worry when Gearbox Show was entirely for Risk of Rain Returns, rightly so. What was it? Wolfie, was it? Wait, Wooly is the guy who, you know, the Marvel guy. Or Super Best Friends. Wolfie, was that it? I know, he had like the Pepe fucking pictures. Like, I tried to watch the stream and there was like a Pepe on a toilet every 5 seconds and it just gave me a headache. I don't remember. Never watched him seriously, but I did. I was kind of curious what else was going on with Risk of Rain. But no, absolutely, Gearbox. Okay, Wooly, yeah. I think there's another Wooly from Super Best Friends, or you know, a Marvel 3 legend. But no, Gearbox, we said it last time, you know, fuck Gearbox. Not specifically just for Risk of Rain, you know, there's shady company. Oh god! Oh my god! Oh, frame rate! Oh, it feels so smooth! Oh. No looping, we should loop. Well, I mean, if we get to stage 9, we can see the cool elites! I ain't Vanguard. Yeah, no, I hate talking like ill of other people. Well, except Randy Pitchford. And Jeff Bezos. But I was kinda... I felt it was a little bit sad when Wooly was the one who got like the honor of interviewing. I mean, honor is maybe a little bit of a dramatic way to phrase it. But, like, when he was the guy who actually got to interview, you know, the Hopo developers, I was like, I feel like there's, you know, other people. At least, you know, Shiner or Kaza got to do it before the update released. I don't know, just... I have this thing where I get a little bit spiteful when, like, people who are, like, new to a community come in and just kind of, like, overshadow, like, older content, you know, like, YouTubers or content creators, just because they're so, like, present. I don't know, I feel that's always a little bit of a shame when that happens. But that's because I respect people who, like, make videos on games, like, before they get popular and whatnot. Oh, you mean kind of like you are? No, I don't respect myself. I'm a moron. But, I mean other people. I don't respect myself. And you shouldn't either. Thank you, Branch. Also, glowing meteorite. Fun! Happy fun times. I'm trying to read chat, but there's this goddamn Swift here who's trying to put an end to my run swiftly. Put fetish fart shit all? Okay, well, it's okay. Well, things stretch further than I know. I guess I'm happy to remain ignorant. It's okay. You can smack talk Wooly. I want to be more positive, but you know, I guess he kind of did it to himself. Well, this stream has never had more than 12 frames per second. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't think I'm gonna make a highlight stream of this. I just think the footage is not particularly suitable for it. I wanna make it one day. But, yeah. And again, I will be hosting more of these. Returns, Vanilla, whatever. Definitely more. You got to see Duncan's Raiden smile in real time, that shit's an honor. Well, no. Serves me right for reading chat. Wooly interviewed him through like Zoom or something like that. It was in the pandemic. But Shiner or Quaza got to interview him physically. I use clips from that interview in some of my older videos. He's there holding like a Rock Golem plush. That was so weird when there was like just one guy making Risk of Rain videos. I guess there still is just one guy making Risk of Rain 1 videos. Cameron getting to interview the new Minecraft CEO just because his YouTube Shorts title and the entire old guy wouldn't have been... Yeah, I don't follow Minecraft too much, but it's a very common thing. And, you know, I don't think just being there present for a long time by itself is enough, right? You know, if you make like stupid videos, you're like toxic as hell, but you've been there for a long time, that's not an excuse, right? But if you, you know, really showed like a passion for a game, even when there wasn't really much in it for you, I don't know, I sometimes feel like you should get at least some sort of like respect or acknowledgement. There's no time to explain. You wanna be the guy filming with Denizu and Risk. You wanna be the guy filming with Denizu and Risk of Rain YouTube scene in it? Oh my god, we died! I'm not sure. Sorry, Arlis. I'm a bit slow. I'm not really sure what you're getting out of that last message. Horror game tag should be at Risk of Rain Returns, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm gonna have to fucking start a drinking game for each time Technician is mentioned. He's gone! Get over it! There is no Technician! Technician never existed. He's back in Dust Bowl, alright, where he belongs, with all the other Technicians. We need more Namandos. Half-remembered gag anyway. Oh, I wish I remembered it. I hate when stuff gets forgotten just because it's old. It's like a Red Supre. You know, just because, you know, they've been gone for like 10 years doesn't mean they should be forgotten. I got more kills than Umi, but on like a third of the items. Oh, maybe that's saying something. Okay, I've been going for 2 hours. All right, maybe I'll do like one long one, one more like proper one, or maybe 2 short ones, depending on how far it goes. Which kind of works out. I get to play all the characters, every character in Starstorm. I'm not forgetting anything. All the characters in Starstorm Returns have been accounted for. God, look at that selection sprite. Yeah, Executioner got some more flourishes, but yeah, Nemesis, oh yeah. Oh, it looks so good. People argue, you stole that item from me! Isn't it? There is no justice here. There is no justice, there is no thieving, there is no property, alright? You're very proud. Oh, that was also you. Yeah, it's hard to know who animated to. I'll say one thing, for how many people you have on the development team, it feels weird, like, weirdly consistent. It doesn't feel like there's a bunch of, like, chefs in the kitchen. A bunch of Nemesis chefs in the kitchen, eh? You did all of Nemesis mercenary sprites? Cool. They look really good. In motion especially. And, oh my god, all of them, that means... Because there's like 50 billion sprites for everything Nemesis Mercenary can do while sliding. It's like the commando problem. Like at some point I think, you know, when you were like, oh, you know, Nemesis Mercenary should be able to use their, you know, their abilities while like sliding. You know, and you go like, yeah, you know, but that's gonna take a lot more animations. And you just go like, okay, I'm gonna do it anyways. That's ridiculous to me. Like you can go left and right while you slide, right? Or maybe I'm misremembering that. But like, there's a lot of things you can do while sliding. Random shout out to Mapmaker, Tyler Starstorm Returns for me absolutely fucking cry. Yeah, that is. Oh my god, I almost said fucking Westnod, like Battle of Westnod. They were here. I said their name. Oh my god, everyone, I think my brain damage is starting to catch up. Winslow, my god. It was worth it, I think. I don't mind putting an extra if it makes the experience better. Well, it certainly makes it more visually impressive. Look at that! Oh god, and the way the like jacket flaps back. And I think the jacket flaps interact with the shotgun. Yeah, it like flies up from the like you blast up the shotgun. That's a detail that you didn't have to put. I don't think anyone would have gone and said like, you know, oh, what, the jacket doesn't interact with the shotgun? But you did it. I don't know, like stuff like that to me is always modding is a very, like, I don't want to romanticize modding too much, because I fear when you like highlight the mods that have insane effort put behind them, it can create this like effort inflation, right? Where even people who try to make like small mods feel like they get overshadowed, right? I mean, I like even the small mods, even like the amateur mods that might not be as expansive or detail focused, but I feel like in modding, and I guess with Kojima, is where you really get that insane attention to detail. I don't know, I like the idea of people, you know, not only being proud of what they make, but kind of enjoying it as well. I don't know, it makes me feel good, especially in an industry where, you know, game developers are being treated so awfully, like genuinely inhumanely. The fucking EA like flowers incident still makes me really angry, and that's like just a small thing, right? Well, it's not small, you know, I pity everyone who was involved in it, but it's not a small thing, it's just one thing, but there's so much goddamn wrong with this industry. And I get modding is also a very thankless job, because you get like people who sit there and expect you to like push out constant updates when you're doing this for free, with maybe like a tip jar and whatever. So I get it, it's like very thankless, but there is also like this pure passion in actually just beginning to mod. Like, if you want to make money, you don't mod. And especially if you want to make money, you don't mod for a somewhat niche game like Risk of Rain. Like, that's the insane to me about NK, right? Like, Starstorm was made... Like, no one played Risk of Rain, almost. I think there was maybe like 100 people worldwide. And I don't think, like, Steam numbers. I mean... But I guess Starstorm brought in maybe more players or brought players back. But, like, to put in so much effort for a mod, that's not so big. Like, I think they got... It was really funny. NK posted their mod on the Chucklefish forums. And, you know, I think they got like 1 or 2 replies because, yeah, those forums are dead. But I think no one replied on... Or, like, no, there was like very few replies on the Steam like forum post about Starstorm as well. I don't know, just all that work for, you know, relatively a small amount of people. You were mentioned, yeah, you're praised. Praise be. Unless you're modded agent, I don't know why would AI generate... Yeah, well, yeah, of course, why would you fucking AI generate your... Why would the AI generate anything, right? Because you can't create and you want to, like, feel like you can do it. Like, I'm less angry at, like, AI generate people or, like, AI dudes. As much as I just kind of pity them, to be honest. As condescending as that sounds. I don't know, it just make me sad. I don't know, it's like they live in a... They're kind of, like, delusional, but you almost get the sense that they were, like, bullied for not being creative or something, but they just didn't want to put in the effort. Yeah, and PSA, if anyone's here and you like what you see so far and you want to support Risk of Rain, Starstorm Returns, or just like Risk of Rain Returns modding, to like, well, specifically that mod to develop further, there is a like tip jar, I think, in their Discord. If you want to support, if you want to throw a nickel or something their way. I also have a coffee, but to be honest, and this is probably very stupid of me to say from a business standpoint, but if it's between me or the Starstorm Returns developers, donate to them. Alright? I'll be fine. Like 20 Risk of Rain 2 AI mods that just do the same shit another mod does before. So, I'm not surprised. It's... yeah. I mean, the Risk of Rain 2 modding scene, it was very, like, very passionate, and there's a lot of talented mods, but it was also, like, super opportunistic, because it was such a big game. And everyone wanted to, like... There was kind of... What's the term? Clout? Is that the term? Like, fame. Internet fame. Or community fame from, like, making... good Risk of Rain 2 mod, right? People kind of talked about it, and you got a little bit... You got some attention in, like, the community. So, I get why people would try it. I mean, I don't condone it, naturally. But, again, it's one of those things where a community is very much about, like, idolizing its figures. I mean, you hear how I talk about NK, right? Sometimes that can, like, matter a lot. Also, people use AI to be lazy, but they're too lazy to be lazy for AI. At some point, they're just gonna be too lazy to breed. I think Tango messed up because I still don't see the channel. Yeah. Discord moderating. Nonsense. Always fun. Risk going to do makes a lot of money from commissions. Oh. Oh. See, I didn't know that. I guess big games, yeah. Right, commissions. Yeah, because people commission mods, of course. Or like or there's like commission work inside mods as well. Listen, it shows how much I know. Listen, the last mod I played with was fucking Thinkinviz and Chance, like classic items. I'm the only person in the world who likes the Risk of Rain, who's completely out of touch with like what's going on currently at Risk of Rain. There's one guy who does real low quality commissions for Risk of Rain, makes a lot of money from it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank you, a lot of interesting. I mean, if you have the talent, I don't see why you wouldn't like want to get paid for it. I understand that, though. Sorry, hey Tango, if you're listening to this, what's on Nemesis Mercenary's jacket? Is that like a refresh symbol? Like, is it a joke about them resetting cooldowns? No, is it a planet? Oh, I can't tell. It's got the Starstorm logo on it. Oh, okay, so it was kind of like a planet. That's such a cool... Again, attention to detail. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And I think, you know, when you play games, you really need to like kind of stop for a moment. You know, smell the roses, as they say. Kind of notice small things like that. I think you can get like completely clouded in just playing games and moving forwards. That was an easy jump I failed. And not even like appreciate what's right in front of you. I know that sounds very, very like saccharine, but I don't know. I feel we play games to like play them too much without really like appreciating or enjoying them. You know, there's like backlog lists. There is, you know, you have to have opinions on games. When you play a game, you have to like have something to say about it. In a sense, you know, you can't just play a game and appreciate the artistry that's kind of going on. I feel like that's just something that's happening less and less these days, especially with modern games. Like, I used to be a big fan of like video essays, but these days I just get a headache for most of them. Says the guy making video essays. Yeah, I know. But I don't know. It just feels like everyone wants to like convince me of something. Like, it feels like everyone wants to sell me their opinion rather than like just kind of talk about something, if you get me. Oh, goodness me, I'm dead. Yeah, right, Mr. Sandwich? Absolutely cool. Grok logo. We don't mention that name here, that cursed name. There's nothing that's stopping me from seeing the donut channels. Oh, alright. Half my time, my Minecraft world is just walking around for... Yeah, exactly. For the vibe, for like the atmosphere. There is something in that, really. Just kind of, just, I don't know, taking a break from everything. You don't have to play every new game that comes out. I don't know, revisit an older game that you played, or, you know, play something, revisit an older game that you played, or the thing you're currently playing. I don't know, maybe take it slower, try another playthrough. It's not about beating games, I feel, it's about playing games, right? I mean, I still played the original Risk of Rain, I've unlocked everything in it. Like, from a certain perspective, I have no reason to play that game, right? Maybe this I was smelling the roses of an old game. Grifting, yeah, I guess you want to be a bit... Yes, grifting's own way. Yeah, thanks, Double System, it is kind of like that. I'm talking about these, like, little details, kind of bringing them to light. I don't think it's like details that no one has noticed about. I just think they're like subconsciously there. Oh, that's a good axe. Well done. That was a good axe, Azulin. Super satisfying sound too. The drone has a jack. I know. Just is Nemesis Mercenary your favorite character, Tango? You really put like everything into this character. I mean, a favorite of the ones implemented so far. I know Starstorm's cast is very big. Ah. Damn. Alright. I'll do one more. Always bet on one more. But yeah, no, there is this, and another thing that's really saddens me is I feel we are in this. I think we're in a climate where, and here I am on my soapbox, where right? I hate using the word gamers because I just hate that that phrase. But people who play games, especially like those who may not interact with it and like or consider it an art, they want the games to be what they want it to be. There's no like you want to play a game and then engage with it for what the game is, right? If a game does something that you don't like and you say like, hey, this I don't like this, and the developer says, oh, but that's working as intended, that's no longer a reflection of the developer's artistic integrity. It's bad game design because you don't like it. It's this almost paradox, like as Lord Henry Wotton would probably have a field day talking about, right? Where games are more than ever like art. There's more people than ever who agree games are art and they have artistic value and whatnot, right? And we'll talk all about how wonderfully it is for games to be like that. And then, as soon as like an early access game is in development and a developer wants to like push their vision, and people don't align with that, suddenly games aren't art anymore, they're products. How dare you not make the game how I want it? I am a customer, I bought for this game, you are a developer, you should service me. Right? And these days, like back then, if people complained about that, well, you know, nothing could be done, you would be laughed at. But now you can just you can find the developer on Twitter or Blue Sky, or you can go to the Steam forums and just complain enough, and if you do it enough or you get enough people, then you can actually change the games to become what you want, right? Without any like regard for the concept of, you know, artistic integrity. And I don't think every game is like, you know, high art in that sense, but I find it shocking. A friend of mine is a developer for a game. I'm not gonna say which game to protect their, identity. He's a game designer. It's a pretty big game, and he has a very strong vision for what he wants the game to be. But every time he arguments for that vision, and he says, "Yeah, it's working as intended. I'm very happy with it," he will get like 4 days worth of complaints about people saying why he's wrong and why he doesn't know game design and why, you know, he should cater to me. You know, and games, you know, that game was art yesterday, but today it's a product. And to me, that baffles my mind sometimes. And some might say, oh, but those are not the same people. Right? They're not the same people. They're those that say games are art won't like complain about it in that way. But I've seen people literally flip-flop. They will go from saying, oh my god, Red Dead Redemption is, you know, the Mona Lisa of video games. It proves video games can be art. How many times have you heard that? This game proves video games can be art. And then, you know, the next day I hear them talk about some sort of indie game and they talk about how shit it is. Because it expects them to do something, you know, like say that they can choose what items they get, you know. I don't want to harp on macro control, but that's an example. Anyways, now, sorry if I got a little bit heated there, but it is something that I see a lot, and that I find to be a little bit, oh, this is gonna be satisfying. That just kind of disturbs me. Again, a lot of the great games were that way because people wanted to make them that way. Not necessarily because, you know, that's what everyone else demanded. You couldn't. You know, a game got released, there were no updates, and that's it. That's the game. And I feel like that made people more tolerant. You've literally never heard of this, Azaline? Maybe you follow different games. Yeah, sorry. I mean, lucky you. I guess I'm in a more of a pretentious kind of crowd. But, you know, I like, you know, games didn't change and didn't update, so I felt you had a bigger, what you might call it, like a tolerance for elements in games, maybe not like catering it to you. Like, instead of going and like complaining about a game, you would instead, you know, try to learn it and understand it because you realized there was kind of nothing else you could do. Anyways, that's really all I wanted to say on the topic. I don't, you know, people don't need to agree with me, absolutely not, but it is weird to have this. It's not the majority of players. No, I think the majority of players are silent, you know, silent majority, but there's definitely, there's enough of a, group of people that you can kind of notice it, right? And I think, you know, games changing and getting updated over time, that's natural these days, and, you know, visions change and whatnot. But I feel like more and more games become kind of like homogenized into this blob like this type of game that people like appreciate. You know, people talk about like stuff like dopamine and whatever, which I find just kind of morbid. Like games are about making you have good feelings. And I guess there's where there's like a fundamental disagreement with me, because to me, I don't like I just don't want I don't want just to feel good feelings from games. I want to be frustrated. I want to be happy. I want to feel relieved. I want to be annoyed. I want to feel like every spectrum of emotions when I play games, not just, you know, happiness or, you know, satisfaction because I opened a chest in Vampire Survivors and, you know, I got this super cool animation. It's like, whoa! I don't know, just I want something maybe that kind of makes me a little bit frustrated, inconvenienced. I want to be inconvenienced sometimes. Not Brendan Fraser, that's not the actor. Ben Foster, I think his name is, from Q-Up and Getting Over It. He said once that games need to annoy us more these days, and I agree with him. Of course, he takes it to a fucking extreme because he's a bit of a, he's like a very much an like artist game developer type. But I do agree. I think games should inconvenience us a little bit more. We shouldn't always get what we want. This run is also going super smoothly. But also I've been kind of like staying away. Hey, it's Shattering Justice. Wonderful item. Oh my god, it's purple Ifrit. Feels like useless. I can't like get in time for anything. Wait, did we... No, we disabled sacrifice. Yeah, of course, there's been a bunch of chests around here. No wonder we're doing better. Wait, yeah, right. No? No. Well, yeah, there's chests. Yeah. God, yeah, I can feel I'm at the brink. I like how you can spot risk of random players from risk 2 players by craving for an actual challenge. Yeah! Someone in my items that do nothing video, I'm not sure if I fully agree with the statement, but they said that Risk of Rain 2 is a game that gives the illusion of being difficult. Like, you feel good, you think you've like beaten a difficult game, when in reality it's not that difficult. Like Monsoon, just, you know, normal Monsoon non-Eclipse. Again, I don't play enough Risk of Rain, especially modern Risk of Rain, to really confirm that statement, and I think it might be a little bit too hostile. But there is certainly a little bit of ideology difference. Oh god, that was a very bad dash-in. Oh no, he died. That means he's probably gonna talk more. As an enemy fan, to respect, you know, for an inconvenience. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's... I mean, Ed McMillan is also... He's like an artist, but he's like a hobo artist. Kinda, you know, he doesn't have like a beret and a fancy outfit. He's like a dirty, rugged, almost blue-collar artist, but he's definitely an artist, and a very wonderful one too. And I always appreciated the Basement Collection for some of his like more out-there games. Time Cook, as it's so beautifully called. Ow, that was a harsh drop. Ow, Malakat Lemurian, I saw that drop. That was painful. Yeah, no, the Basement Collection shows a lot of like these weird ideas. Very novel, I find. But and you don't get a lot of developers these days. Like, Edmund McMillan, I think, is lucky that it was kind of in that early phase when people were starting to respect game developers more. You know, we had stuff like Indie Game the Movie and whatnot. Like, if Edmund McMillan would try to pull off some of the games that he did back then today, I think people would have just like said it's bad game design. Yeah, Eugenics has been a big hit. I haven't gotten into it myself yet. Yeah, just too busy. Too busy playing Risk of Rain for the videos. But I have other games I play, so I naturally work a lot. It's like that guy you see on the street who will drive you in a very exact... Yeah, exactly, like a caricature artist. Or, you know, one of the people who talks in, like, the God bless you, Godspeed you Black Emperor songs. He's like one of those. Eugenics makes me feel so stressed. Sometimes you love it. That's cool. I appreciate that. I respect that about you, Sandwich. That you feel stressed about the game and you, like, appreciate, you can respect it. Like, one of my all-time favorite games is Dungeon of the Endless. You know, beautiful game, horrible writing in 90% of the instances, but absolutely stunning atmospheric game. And it's one of those games where I played for so long, like, I get so into it, I forget to breathe. Like, I hold my breath. And only realize I've held my breath for, like, fucking 40 seconds. Because my brain's like, hey, dude. dude. Because that game can be so tense at times. And it's all the atmosphere and the gameplay and everything works so beautifully together. Just fucking shame whenever a character opens their mouth in that game. But yeah, I saw that message as line that Mugenics inspired you to play Final Fantasy Tactics. Which, yeah, that game takes a lot from that, though Tactics naturally takes it in a little bit of a different direction. Being inspired by Ogre Tactics. But that's I've always been a big fan of when, like, newer games can inspire people to check out the older games that inspire them. There's, like, it's such an interesting thing to, like, see the contrasts between old and new games. Also, I love this variant for Ancient Valley. My favorite part about Risk of Returns is definitely, like, the new stage variants. But being, like, able to... having this much verticality is really fun. Feels very different from some of the other stages that can kind of be a little bit, like, very horizontal at times. Like Hive Cluster or Magma Barracks. I mean, they have the verticality, but not, like, this aggressive. Well, yeah. Well, wasn't there, like, one... like, isn't, like, the main guy behind Final Fantasy? No, he was... What, Spiritual Successor? No, you're right, Azuline. It was... it's very much like a continuation of Ogre Tactics in a mechanical sense. But Ogre Tactics came first, is what I guess wanted to say with that. Thanks for calling me out. I respect when people can do that. I had no idea the chest was there. I'm guessing it's one of the guaranteed ones. Yeah, there's a... here. Like this one up here? I guess you're talking about Sandwich? Yeah, no, there's a lot of little secret goodies stashed away. Hard to get up there. I really like having extra Ancient Valleys to learn. I think the others are more... I like the others more overall, but... this is my favorite stage in terms of being a pain in the ass to navigate. It's an oh shit in the run. Yeah, exactly. I want that. I want that oh shit moment. Thanks for protecting me while I read chat, by the way. The people are lovely. Exactly. I love that oh shit moment. And having, like, this map, it's like when you are in a normal Risk of Rain run. Ah, great. Another glowing meteorite. Everyone, put on your hard hats. When in the normal vanilla Risk of Rain original, when you have like, I love how different Hive Cluster is from Sky Meadows, right? When you get Hive Cluster on a, like, slow character like Handy or Enforcer, you're like, oh shit, this is gonna be a pain in the ass to navigate. Right? There is that kind of element to it as well. But whereas when you get Sky Meadows, you get, like, relief, like, okay, at least I'll, you know, get through the stage fast, even if I might get less items. I don't know, I like little stuff like that. Sometimes I feel in Risk of Rain 2, the stages got a little bit too, like, samey. Like, my favorite stage in that game is, not Sundered Grove? Like, the one that got added for the Stadia update, surprisingly. I love that stage, and I also realized that it was the least favorite stage, and everyone hated it on release. So, you know, there's that. But, yeah, no, the extra... that's, like, the thing I miss the most whenever I play Vanilla Risk of Rain, is just the extra variants. Who's gonna get Frost Relic first? Mwah! Yeah. Oh, someone got Hard Light Afterburner. I could spot that. Oh, that must be fun on Mercenary. Ah! God! Oh, goodness me. Oh, that's probably not a good place to be. This is probably the perfect boss to get for glowing meteorites. We lost 2 people. Why? It's Siren's Call people hate. Oh, really? Oh, well, that's my second favorite stage. I'm not being a contrarian, I swear. People don't like Siren's Call. Why? I love that stage. That's a wonderful atmosphere, and I think the underground tunnels are very fun to navigate and fight in. And it has like a good bit of verticality to it. Oh, those ceremonial daggers are doing like 5 billion damage? Oh, really? Wait, why would they do so much damage? They're like based on base damage, right? Not total damage. What could be enhancing them that much? What does the crown do? Does it just mean you're the host? Oh yeah, no, oh yeah, you weren't there for that sandwich. Yeah, they made a specific crown for me, which is, I don't fucking deserve it, but it's absolutely touching. I am glad it doesn't do anything. That's also perfect. Though, if I ever make a video on the item visuals and Risk of Rain Returns, I will have to maybe... Wait, no, it's in the modded, right? As long as you just play vanilla Risk of Rain, I shouldn't have to worry about it. Perfect! I have nothing to worry about. Yeah, I was about to ask like, if I could like optional have an option to toggle it. Yeah, it's gonna be weird if I ever do like... If I ever like record footage of... just barely didn't die there. Of Starstorm Returns. And then in the comments, people are going to be like, hey, what's that crown? What's that item do? And then I have to like sheepishly explain. It can't do shit on Abyssal Depths. I like that. I love that. I wish they would make it an Abyssal Depths that you had like a flashlight. They should make Abyssal Depths darker. And they should make it darker and like, have the flashlights from, like, the spacesuits light up. This is why you shouldn't have me design games. Oh, it works with the name. Suddenly there's, like, a 50 Denizus on Steam, because everyone wants the crown. That's interesting. So that's how you programmed it. I was wondering if you're... like, yeah, how did you know it was me? You hate Nemesis Merc? Hey, he's an acquired taste. But how can you hate someone with this stylish melee animations? Look at that! Like, Nemesis Mercenary has so much personality. You can make a game where, you know, just about him. More technical players who pay attention to stage credits and all the background things don't like Siren's Call because it generally has less loot and there's an legendary chest to use Sailstar. Okay, I see. I mean, okay, what? So one of the so a strategy doesn't work on one of the stages. Oh, I didn't see the problem with that. It works on the other two. I know, procedural games. Sometimes you get screwed over. I'm just old. I'm old school. Back in my day, there was no risk versus reward. There was just risk. You entered a room and you got screwed, and your reward was living. You should show the description of the crown. Oh yeah, sure. The crown. It says fit for a mad king. Ow! Thanks, ancient Greater Wisp. I'm glad. I'm glad to be known as mad. We should. It has no chance strengths either. I don't know. Again, I don't mind those differences. I was watching an essay once about a person who says, like, the thing that defines, you know, roguelike games, he meant roguelite. I know stickler for all that, but he wasn't talking about, like, traditional roguelites. But okay, like, you know, modern roguelites, the thing that defines them is risk versus reward. In Risk of Rain 2, do you stay on a stage longer to get items, or do you try to beat the timer? I mean, in some instances it's kind of true, but I always felt like in Risk of Rain it was like... The optimal thing was just... It was not like a risk versus reward, it was just like doing it correctly. Oh, I might die here. But to me, the whole idea, like, oh, the roguelites are all about risk versus reward. It's like, these days, yeah, but not back then. The timer does not matter in Risk of Rain 2. Yeah, that's the impression I got when I tried playing it again. But no, like, back in the day, there was no risk versus reward, there was risk. You entered a room, there was 5 enemies who all would kill you. You would have to waste a bunch of, like, valuable resources. Or you know, you would, like, have to play really carefully. And your reward was, you got to keep continuing the run. Rip Azulite. Like, there's your fucking reward. So to me, I think it kind of symbolizes this idea that people these days expect that everything they do should have some sort of, like, payoff to it. And if it doesn't, it's bad game design. Oh, that's where you would teleport me. Oh, goodness. And I'm just gonna steal... I was gonna steal all these drones. Oh, this poor Swift. It's stuck in the ground. It's trying to become one with the stone again. Is there any barrels here? Oh, I bet they're all taken. Suffering from resource shortages. Oh, that shotgun does not go long. For sure the timer... Because the timer matters in the original Risk of Rain, right? Like, I'm pretty fucking confident in saying that, and if it doesn't, then I guess everyone's playing the game differently than I. But in 2, yeah, I never got the impression it didn't matter. It was just about, like, full looting correctly. That's, like, how to get good at Risk of Rain. And I feel like people sometimes throw out phrases like risk versus reward or emergent, like, narrative. Not really sure what it means, but because they heard it. I mean, that's a common thing in all fields. I missed the fucking garbage can. By the way, a question for everyone that I'm kind of, like, been wondering. Before Risk of Rain 2 was developed, Hopo Games talked about how they added the teleporter zones because they felt that in 3D people would, like, play the game together, or, like, people would, you know, be in the game together, but they would never see each other because they were always, like, too busy, because the maps were too big and everyone just kind of spread around. Whereas, like, in a 2D Risk of Rain, you know, it's a 2D plane, so you eventually kind of stumble across each other. Like me here, me and Frontline are fighting together. Like, comrades in arms. But I was thinking, is that really the best way to go about it? Because I never liked the charging zone. Ah, damn it, I forget that the invincibility frames are only at the beginning. The Crown Denizu is a unique item that they added for me. Which, yeah, very, very cool. But no, I was wondering, is there, like, a better way to encourage people to stick together? Without, like, making the teleporter zones? Because to me that always felt like a very haphazard solution. And it made it so that you kind of restrict the maps a little bit. And I don't like the teleporter charging sequence in Risk of Rain 2. I find it very, like, limited and kind of monotone. So up to you, Frontliner. Yeah, okay, so yeah, full looting is the best. I see, yeah, bro. Like TPs on the hate moon pillar. Yeah, moon pillars are just kind of nothing. They're nothing. But because here, you know, in Risk of Rain, you know, Returns. Sorry. Here in Risk of Rain Returns and you know, 2D Risk of Rains, they you end up playing together in some sort of way. But people still kind of split up. I was wondering, you know, would it be kind of correct to play Risk of Rain by, like, sticking together? Oh yeah, rip Frontliner. Oh no, Frontliner's still alive. Is there a better way to encourage, like, people to play together, I wonder? Because I think Risk of Rain really feels good. A few times when you, like, stick together, you know, and you kind of work together, you synergize your abilities. Jesus Christ. Frontliner is the main character. I feel like Risk of Rain really shines when there is actual, like, teamwork and people aren't just, like, going on in their direction. Of course, you know, with 10 players, that gets, like, diluted. Goodness me. But that's kind of why I wish that's kind of why I wish there was like a slower, slightly more serious, or like, you know, high stakes Risk of Rain that's kind of all about, you know, working together and synergizing with your abilities and whatnot. Because the idea of like someone playing Enforcer and using the shield to block, you know, enemies and keep them at bay with crowd control, where there's a person behind them, you know, a commando behind them shooting with double tap and whatever, and there's like an engineer going around like covering the flank with mines, like that. It sounds very good on paper, but it doesn't really play that way in reality. And I was wondering if you could like make that fantasy real. God, Prophet's cape is fucking busted. Gunfire was supposed to be like that, yet kind of to play it. No, I get it, Turtle. I'm talking about like 4 players, like Risk of Rain was originally intended for. And Gunfire Reborn is 3D as far as I remember. I'm talking like specifically 2D. A 2D game. Zeus! Sharing items with who benefits from the most. Yeah, I think that's like the most like interesting collaborative element in Risk of Rain, is like deciding who gets what items, which kind of encourages you to stick around, right? So you don't have to like run across the map to pick up certain items. This is exactly why I want to make Roar Tactics. Yeah, right. Make that fantasy real, even if maybe in a different gameplay formula. I should absolutely make Risk of Rain Tactics. I feel like there really isn't a game kind of like Risk of Rain, but I don't think like Risk of Rain perfected the formula. I don't even think Starstorm perfected the formula, right? I think Starstorm did things hell of a lot better and expanded upon it in many fantastic ways. But I think the core idea of something like Risk of Rain, there's like so much more to explore with it. Which kind of what I want to see more games like it. See different takes, slower, faster, more items, less items. I don't know, just experiment. Ah. Yeah, this is a mess. Yeah, it's a mess. Ah. Okay, but that's gonna be it for me, probably. I feel a bit beat. Prophet's Cape should have been red. Yeah, like Hope of Feather and maybe Frost Relic. Hey, Altswiss, next time I'll specifically, alright? And you message me if I forget, I'll try and remember. Next time I host the Risk of Rain Returns lobby, contact me in the Discord. We'll try the day before. Like, if you have time, we could play a game, but if you don't have time, just try to join and see if it works beforehand. And that's like, just to make sure it works. Yeah, because it's really such a shame that didn't work. But yeah, everyone, I'll be around for like 5 minutes to answer any questions. Pressing questions for me. Oh, right. Oh, I got this item log. Hey, it's the art in the Risk of Rain 1 style. That's so cool. Always been a big fan of it. It's the same with the Exploders, who had a much less PG-friendly name in the original file. Pretty sure I can't even say it. Oh, but that's such cool. That's so good art. Oh, I can't get enough of Risk of Rain 1 art. The Risk of Rain 1 art style. It's a fucking it's imitated almost like close to perfectly here. So wonderful. It's down to the modders. I'm just gonna have to see if I can figure it out with them. Yeah, but we'll make it work. Yeah, I know they're the old logbooks. I had a sinking suspicion. But it's the Starstorm 1 art was made in the style of Risk of Rain 1's art style. I love the... Remind me of the name, Lamphead. Like cut, I think it's like a cut Risk of Rain boss that got added in Starstorm that has like lamps for hands. Coolest design. Love its log. It's like on par with the best original logs in Risk of Rain. Yeah, maybe one day. Nemesis Mando, like the art on Nemesis Mando is pretty damn cool. Oh wait, wrong. This is my favorite art. Yeah, no, Nemesis Commando's art is so fantastic. Incredible. Artists to me are like some sort of gods. How they can make stuff like this. I've tried drawing many times. I think I'm getting a bit better across the years, but anyways. Wayfarer, yeah, love. Wait, you made you made that? You made that? Wait, you made like this, the log or like the art for the logbook? Anyways, all of it is great. I love how he talks about like that the Wayfarer is sharing the lantern light with the other the other inhabitants of the planet, and how the survivor almost feels like a pang of jealousy that they can't embrace that light, or like that they can't bask in it. There's something so beautiful in that. I really that part really like made me feel like I was reading the original Risk of Rain logs again back in like 2014 or 15. That was written by you and someone who isn't. Well, kudos to both of you. Yeah, Rearfist, yeah, I remember that name. They were also a pretty damn good artist. But the Nem spawned from port. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the animation when the Nemesis spawn. They have this very there's like this slice, and then the portal opens and the Nemesis commando jumps out. Actually, I'm not gonna play around, but I'm just gonna show the animation for those of you who might not have seen it. Just of origin. God, and the way the fucking like void portal opens up like that so violently. Solid animation work. Just really good. Play it, like the animation? Oh, I hope I did it. If you mean play a run, yeah, no, I'm beat. Winslow he's like pointing at like the half of Starstorm. I made that! I mean, yeah, you did, and you deserve all the kudos for it, right? Modding is a very like ungrateful thing. I understand it. People will like there will be like this local community with people who there's a local community will interact with it, and I understand they'll be very positive, but sometimes it's maybe nice to hear like compliments from people who might be a bit outside the community or who I haven't heard it from before. I get it. Modding can be like very difficult. I've known a lot of modders for like big and small games, and they talk a lot about motivation. It's a big deal, which I feel like isn't like known to the average gaming public. People just expect that like modding is something you just kind of do with joy and pleasure, and that it's like so breezy. Just make a mod. It's easy. You know, and then update the mod, and bug fix the mod, and patch the mod, and change the mod. It's, you know... And whenever a game updates, just update the mod to fix the new game. It's not like modders these days get warned of updates so they can, like, brace for it. At least good developers do that. Back in the day, in Wild West. Hey, by the way, here's a big update. Oh, it breaks all the mods? Not our problem. I'm gonna show the Nemesis Mercenary animation, too. That, I think, Tango made. Look at that! Like an X. It's cool. Again, you could have just kind of maybe tried to like repurpose the same animation. You could have done that. I don't think anyone would have blamed you, but no, of course not. Yeah, there it is. You made that. I didn't. You should put trademarks on all the animation, on like every art asset in Starstorm Returns that just says like who made it. And just a bunch of names. Like at the end you don't even see the map, you just see the names of the artists. Oh yeah, right, it is from Risk of Rain 2. Good catch, Sandwich. I would never have caught that. Yeah, you made it play in game. I pressed the button to make it happen! But no, really, everyone on the modding team, you definitely deserve. It's a big machine, and everyone's like part of that, right? From the artists to the programmers to the writers to the translators. It's very like everyone deserves recognition. I understand that like working behind the scenes in programming can sometimes make you a bit overshadowed by the things directly in front of us. But everyone, like, yeah, you deserve a lot of praise. Back to my boring hobby of making perfect replicas of Risk of Rain instruments. Yeah, battery free or something. I heard you do like the chanson d'automne drums. I saw that in the Starstorm Discord. Starstorm 1 Void is made from Void Field. Yeah, no, Risk of Rain 2 was out before that. Yeah. Wait, Survivors of the Void? Oh, they changed the Void? Oh. Yeah, no, I get that one that you coded in. I was like saying when I pressed the button to make it happen, I said that like as me. Sorry if that wasn't clear. That's... I understood what you meant, that was just unclear. But I think... Oh, there was a void deal. Anyways, I completely lost track. My brain is frying. Yeah, so before I end the stream, just a quick question to those of you who are still here. I was thinking of doing this every other week. I think weekly might make people like burn out on it very fast. As cool as this is, it's still there's still only so much, right? That you can like see in big Starstorm Returns lobbies, like in not Starstorm Returns, like Risk of Rain Returns, Starstorm or not. But I was thinking every other week is a good pace. But maybe I'll get a biased answer here. But let me know, do you think we should try Starstorm Returns again? Or do you think in 2 weeks you can... do you think in 2 weeks it like won't push you? Because I think it would be nice if we don't have like a patch an hour before the stream this time. Which I understand, I don't blame anyone from it. But... is that enough, or should I just do vanilla Risk of Rain Returns and give everyone a little bit more time to work on the mod? Because these mods, these videos or streams, you know, I know they're not the biggest, but I guess they're kind of like guerrilla marketing for the mod. Let's do vanilla next time. Alright, but that's at least from Tango. Flip-flopping is a good idea. You prefer vanilla, and I think every other week's a good idea. Perfect, okay, thanks for the feedback. Yeah, okay, well, I think I'm probably... Alright, every other week we have Starstorm, like, not like, so to be clear, every other week there would be like a multiplayer stream, so every month, like, there would be 2 streams, 1 vanilla, 1 returns. Yeah, but yeah, 1 modded, 1 not. So there wouldn't be like every other, it wouldn't be weekly, just to make that clear. You probably understood it. Yeah. We should play modded stages. Is that a specific mod, or do you mean like that, you know, porting over the Starstorm mods? Thanks, Double System. That's also good to hear. I appreciate also. I appreciate the feedback. No, so it would be in 2 weeks from now, vanilla. Yeah. So every 2 weeks there would be a big multiplayer. So every 2 weeks there would be a big multiplayer lobby, and then that would like go interchange and flip-flop between modded and vanilla. That I think would work for the best. Wait, so the category of mods, I was about to ask that. I don't remember. Isn't there someone like porting the Meridian stages to returns or working on that? Yeah, thanks. Sorry about not being clear on that, Alvis. Communicating is not my greatest skill. But I know there's like a mod trying to port, or is it maybe in development, like the Meridian stage? That's another notch to the wall. But okay, apart from that one, wait though, is there a mod that handles stages in Risk of Rain Returns that isn't made by you? Does that exist? Reported Marshland Sanctuary as a test to see how... Oh! Why not? There's a prov edit for Risk of Rain Returns. That is very... it's a good sign. Karuna made a stage. Shipyard Sanctuary. Okay. Well, cool. We'll see, maybe... instead of like every other week being Starstorm specifically, maybe we'll just try different mods. Give Starstorm some time to breathe as well. Keep it fresh. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we'll go there. I'll think about it. I want to explore more of Returns modding. I've been told it's still in its infancy, but I think there's still stuff out there. Well, there's also, you know, Samus Aran. Join the fight. But no, I haven't seen like the modding page is still, you know, not big. Like the mods there, I haven't tried too many of them. But there's also like quality of life and like technical mods, you know, like restoring engineers old turrets and make him not completely busted. A deluge run would be really funny. We all just die. No clue, but no stage is good as mine. You know, I'm glad, Winslow, that you're being very humble. Rex returns. Oh, Rex got ported. Rex, my like second favorite Risk of Rain 2 character. There's a Rex mod for returns. I gotta check that out. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I'm sorry that it was a little bit rougher on the edges, but you know me. I hope it was enjoyable. We got a couple more people. We got a lot less people by the end of it. I don't really care about the amount. I'm just glad people are joining and having fun. And I'll see you around the Discords. And next video will be hopefully in like 10 days. Maybe a little bit more. I'm working on it. I'm probably gonna work on it as soon as I press end stream. Don't expect a highlights video from this. The footage is just a little bit too like laggy. I don't think I could get too much from it. If I'm gonna show Starstorm Returns in the highlights, I'm gonna show it at its best, because that's what it deserves. Okay, take care everyone. Bye bye.